Hello and welcome to session 3. Everyone, hi.
Woo! What, nobody else?
And then Arrow blasts my freaking eardrums out.
You gotta be careful with him.
Hello.
Hello. How is everyone?
Good. Looking forward to explore this forest.
Yeah, same. Looking forward for a nice and relaxing quote-unquote afternoon.
Relaxing.
Mm.
Ooh. Yeah, I too am very much excited to explore this forest.
Then Arrow sounds like a robot. I too am excited. Insert appropriate face.
Hello, fellow humans.
Hello, fellow humans.
Explicit joy.
So, do we want to do the whole let's roll a d20 and the highest one recaps? Or the lowest one and recaps? Which one are we gonna do? Lowest one? Lowest one. Let's do lowest one.
If I roll on a 2 again, I swear to God. Ah, thank God.
You're fine. Arrow.
Hey.
Hey!
Yes!
Is it strange that it went highest to lowest ordered?
It's
Yes.
suspicious. Definitely suspicious.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like another dice god day.
Well, it's Abel. Abel, what happened last time?
What happened last time? We
If you
arrived...
get it wrong, I'm gonna deduct XP. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So we arrived in Sunset Hill. We had a good time, relatively. Some people were fishing, some people were talking with the priest, basically spending time until Snaga arrived.
I'm sorry, did you say talking to the priest?
Apparently getting medicine lessons from Steno, but
you didn't say fucking with the priest. You said talking.
No, talking. I said talking.
Okay.
I said talking. Yes.
That would have been very
Sorry, I'm a bit deaf.
With the priest,
Yeah, I'm a bit deaf on
I
the
don't
right
remember
side.
that part of last week's session.
So I had to clarify, like, specifically whether I heard correctly or not. Okay, keep it going.
Y'all didn't hear Cassius sneaking out in the night? Okay, well,
Okay,
that's fine.
yeah, it's fine. We had several people sneaking out. It's fine.
That happened.
Yes, and then our dear lizard boy Snaga arrived into town. He was basically questioned about his motives. We learned that he had the map in his head, which was disappointing but expected. And then we had a festival, which was nice. We had some races, some crossbow shooting, some sparring, in which some people got totally obliterated, but that's fine. Then we went up ahead to the forest, had some travel, and we arrived at the first checkpoint, basically, or landmark, the Dead Man's Tree, where we were ambushed by bandits. And then it became a dead bandit tree. Steno got a good hit in the noggin. She's currently not doing so hot. Snaga is hurt. Cassius is fine. Viera is a little bit hurt. Samira is also fine. So, and yeah, that's it.
Well, then I shall kick you right away into the forest.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Since the last time we had used... Oh, that's a beautiful soundscape. Used the healing kit for Viera, Steno, and Snaga.
Well, we didn't actually use that.
We're not there yet.
We have literally finished combat, sitting down at the campfire. That's where we said we would end it, and then we would pick up from there. So, like, it's the start of the short rest, basically.
Yeah, we didn't skip ahead to the next morning.
Oh, my neck!
Also, that's the wrong scene. There we go. That's the side of the road. You're still in the road. You're not deep in the forest. Be glad. Don't be aw. The hulas is fucking deadly.
I like those trees. Now I have puddles.
So, okay, I actually blanking at the moment on like, okay, we said we're gonna roll the hit die in the morning, right? Because
Well, there were a couple of different things different people wanted to do.
Yeah.
Just to recap on something Abel didn't point out is that we dumped the bodies 500 meters down the road
yes,
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
to make sure that we don't get bothered by wildlife tonight. And I stripped them of armor and then just dumped the armor on the side of the road so
Yep,
the
yep.
animals don't have to fight through it.
And
We
we divided
then
some weapons
basically-
among us.
Yeah, we then basically finished the session and said that we were going to start essentially a long rest. But Zeno did say that she wanted to use the healer's kit to bandage people up. So it's a case of... I can't remember the gritty healing rules. Do you need a healer's kit to regen, to use hit dice on
you
a
need the
long
healer's
rest?
Yeah.
kit for a long rest, yeah.
Yeah, and you can only use it on a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
But a combat medic can do something in a short rest.
Combat can do do something during a short rest, yes.
Yes.
I think just one charge. One hit
You
die
can
charge.
only use one hit dice.
I
even though
mean,
we only have one hit
Aero
dice.
could click on the feet so you can see it in chat.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot I was muted there.
Just one
So-
hit die.
Well, we've only got one.
Dick.
So.
Yeah, so for combat medic, if it would drop down, drop down. When you use a healer's kit to stabilize a dying creature, that creature also regains 1 hit point. Also, during a short rest, you can clean and bind the wounds of up to 6 willing beasts and humanoids. During that, a creature may spend a hit die during this rest to restore hit points. The creature can't regain hit points from this feat again until it finishes a long rest.
So, if we don't take a short rest, but we just take a long rest, presumably the combat medic feat can be used during the long rest. as
No,
well.
the combat medic feat is for the short rest specifically, but you are not allowed to roll hit dice during your long rest
Healer kit
unless you
dependency,
use
yeah.
one. Yeah, healer kit dependency.
So, as long as anyone has a healer's kit,
Yes,
then anyone can regain on a long rest. You don't
a
need
hit
combat.
with rolling hit dice. Yes.
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 And
Because
you
I
choose
literally-
however many you want to roll. So if you had 5 hit dice, could
Yes.
you choose to use all 5?
Yes. Because I basically, because of the gritty healing rules, the slow healing variant that I'm using, we're not doing hit dice rolling on a short rest at all, unless somebody has the combat medic feat, which basically allows you to roll 1 hit die during a short rest,
Yeah, and only one. Yeah.
and only
yeah,
one.
I just
Yeah.
posted that one.
And otherwise, you are only allowed to roll hit die if you have a healer's kit application before you go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to go like it didn't make sense to do multiple healer's kits because it's not like you can bandage the same wound 15 times and get benefits from
No.
it, right?
Seems
Okay.
fair.
So, do you still want to use the healer's kit and bandage?
Well,
So are you,
I mean,
doing
if it's
short or
going,
long rest kit?
if it's going to be part of a long rest, like if I can do that as part of a long rest, I would prefer to do that.
Yeah.
Since we're about to go to sleep anyway, so.
Yeah. So the only other thing that I wanted to do was to start brewing some potions,
Yes.
which you said I could brew. I think you said I could brew one. of
One.
each.
It takes 4 hours to brew a potion. We calculated
So
it.
one. Okay. Yeah. In which case, because I only need 4 hours sleep, I will take the first 4 hours as watch,
Mhm.
and I will be brewing a healing potion during that first 4 hours.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to do anything?
On the
Well, I'll
first
spend
part,
before sleep, I'll spend some time just washing off the blood on my hands, while I just start to calm down a bit.
You guys
But
also need to
otherwise,
find water tomorrow. Because
Yep.
2
It's
water
not
skits
it's
last you 1 day.
It's not looking like it's gonna rain, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Otherwise,
No,
I
it's
can
just
use my rain
cloudy.
catcher.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's okay, I have wine.
I can find water. It's not a problem. It's part of being a ranger. And part of my background as well. So.
Don't forget to mark off your rations.
Yes.
Rations.
So now,
Oh
But
no,
I
you
hunted.
actually... Yeah, you did hunt. That's true.
We
Never mind.
had the
We had food
mushroom
already.
and the wild
Yeah.
We had food
onions.
cooked already. Yeah.
We had a
and
nice stew.
corns. Yeah. And the leftovers was thrown into the bandit's face.
The bandit also had a nice stew.
Nice stew.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, apart from that, I still have a bolt sticking out of my shoulder.
So yeah, that needs to be dealt with.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing this is going to be dealt with as part of the bandaging.
That's gonna be... yes.
hey Samira,
Amir just immediately lifts her hands up, like shaking it. No, I'm not gonna do that again. I obviously did something wrong, so go ahead and you do it.
no, come here. You need to learn this.
Are you
Okay.
going to instruct me
Yeah,
correctly this time?
yeah. I'll
Can you not do it, and she watches while you tell her what you're doing? I
That
think
works.
everybody would feel safer if that was
Yes.
the plan.
Very
Yes,
much so.
I was in a state of distress previously, so I do apologize, Snaga.
How is Snaga?
Snagger's
Good
barely
question.
awake.
Deal with Snaga first. My bolt can wait.
Okay. She's like reaches behind her neck and like pulls away with a bloody hand.
And then
Are
you can tell us
you
how
in
to
a
deal
right
with you.
state to do something right
Yeah.
now?
Yes, that works.
Knock on the head like that is not something you recover with easily.
How many fingers am I holding up?
When did you have 12 fingers?
Oh,
Maybe we
anyone-
should deal with you first.
yes.
can you even bind yourself?
Yeah,
Jenna?
I can, but it'd be more effective if, somebody could stand behind me and do that for me. I can guide you through the process.
Well, I'm happy to learn.
Excellent.
Samira, by the way, stitching has, multiple applications.
I know.
Steno does have an open bleeding wound on the back of the neck that probably needs to be, cleaned out and stitched.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
know
said
what
they
it-
had wine.
Yeah, Steno.
It's my favorite. Oh, do you want some?
No, it's to clean the wound on the back of your neck.
Well,
Because-
I
Oh.
assume that the healer's kit has something to clean wounds, including the bandages and stuff, right? So,
Different
But-
type of alcohol.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping for something a little bit stronger, but
Huh?
never mind.
That means we can drink the wine. Perfect.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, she should probably drink the wine, given that she's the one who's like borderline dead.
Here, I'll take a sip. Oh, that's so good.
And in the meantime, I found a small stick and stripped the bark from it, so that I can hand it to Steno and she can bite down on it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Here, hold my hands. Just you can squeeze them as hard as you want. It's not gonna hurt me. Just
Wait, hold on a second. And she like squeezes your hand a little bit. I saw you doing stitching that wool into your cloak the other day. Would you be able to, if there are any, protruding bones, maybe close that?
Uh, uh, I
If you would have
I can
protruding,
if you
I
want.
just want to interrupt you for a second, Arrow. If you would
Mhm.
have protruding bones on the back of your skull, you wouldn't be awake
Yeah, that
anymore.
would be bad.
No. Humor, dry humor.
Okay,
I
okay.
took it as dry humor, to be fair. So,
If you really want to, I've never stitched skin before.
Oh, it's
like any
easy.
other canvas.
It'll bleed, but
Oh,
it
let's
doesn't
just
go
get it
very.
cleaned up first. Let's just get it cleaned up first.
Yeah.
So I will rummage through and kind of take over because it looks like Samira's not so keen on dealing with blood.
Mm-mm. She's very obviously like wincing and just looking away from the red.
Yeah. So Vieira will kind of pull out the healer's kit, take the one application, take out the small vial of alcohol first and kind of dab it on the back of the neck where the wound is, and then clean it off with preferably something clean, hopefully a little bit of bandage first.
Healer's kit comes with the
Gauze.
equivalent of gauze. Yeah.
So clean that off, and then I'm gonna pinch the wound closed.
It's not too bad. It's like 2 or 3 stitches would probably do.
Yeah. So it's just a nasty cut, basically. So I will hold it closed. Samira, if you can stitch, you know how to do like a cross stitch.
I can. Do you have any sterile? Sorry, not sterile. Doesn't exist. Do you have any cleaner needles in that pack?
There's a campfire there. Just hold the needle over the campfire. That'll sterilize
Okay,
it.
I'll be right back.
And wait till it cools down first, please.
It goes easier through the skin if it's hot.
Yeah. It also
cauterizes the
do that.
bleeding.
Goes through.
Yeah.
It will
So you want
cauterize,
it
yeah.
hot.
She's just flanging from that. Why do you know that? And she just eats it up. Coming back with the now cooled down needle.
Well, cool down in quotations, just not glowing hot.
Yeah, slightly cooled down needle.
Okay. I bite down on the stick.
Here it goes. And she starts stitching.
Stand up.
Oh.
Constitution saving throw, please.
All
One
right.
crossed at either end of the cut should keep it closed.
This is not like fabric.
Yep. No. Stanley's gonna faint.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm pinching the skin, so I'm holding the neck as well while I do it.
Oh yeah, she would probably lie
Even
down
if-
on her belly
Even
anyway.
if she collapses.
Yeah.
then it's
Hold
fine.
on to
And
Out
she's
cold.
out. Good. Finish doing the stitch. It's easier when they're unconscious.
Okay.
Cassius is just watching, like, He's not really doing much. And he's just like, all right.
I see a trained feet coming in the future for Samira.
Oh boy.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Alright, she finishes the stitch, snips, like closes, the wound and just blitzes out the bed there, like, distanced. Just breathes with it. It's
Good.
obviously holding
Only
its
one
stomach.
more stitch to go, Samira.
What? Oh. Now
So-
she's out of it, and we need
We're
to
gonna have to
bandage you
wait
two.
for her, but in the meantime, can we just double check on
Snaga probably needs stitching as well.
Yeah. He took a bolt, didn't he?
Yeah, but the worst thing is that the ripping out ripped it open even further.
Yeah.
So it's gonna need
Yeah.
a bit more.
Yeah, it's gonna need 2 or 3 proper stitches.
I'm probably gonna have to do a constitution save next,
Yeah.
so I don't throw up.
Cassius,
Yeah.
can you wake up Steno gently? Get some cold water or something from a
All
flask.
right.
Vieira, because you've been collecting herbs and stuff, you have some herbs that you can use crush and like kind of have that like minty beneath the nose.
Oh, okay. Smelling salts.
Yeah, similar.
Alright.
The smell is
Alright, I
pungent
can-
enough to have a
In-
similar effect.
Yeah, I don't want to snap her awake though.
Yeah.
Because she might jolt. So,
Don't worry, I can be gentle. It's fine.
I think
Slap!
just wake her with some water. -1 hit point. Oh no, here we go. So presumably we get to do an application of the healer's kit on Steno. Yes?
Yes,
Okay, so... does
that would
Steno
wake her
get
up.
to roll?
Yeah.
Number 1 is done.
Gets a d8, basically.
She gets to roll in the morning, so
What? Yeah.
In the morning.
After
Okay.
sleep.
I have 1 hit point again till then, so.
Oof, hope we don't get ambushed between now and then.
Nagayo's only got 1 need too.
Yeah. So gonna take the healer's kit over to where Snaga is and perform the same function basically. I'm not fussed about cuts and blood and.
now that
wounds and
Steno is
stuff.
awake, she can take over, by the way, because again, the combat medic thing does only kick in if it's the combat medic doing it.
Yeah, but.
Oh
we're
yeah,
not gonna
the
do
long
combat
rest. No,
medic.
sorry, the long rest
long
thing,
rest.
yeah,
We're just
applies
doing
to
a
anyone.
healer's kit
Yeah.
application. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll
gonna
just-
gonna leave her to rest.
Yeah.
Wake her up, or get Cassius to wake her up gently over.
If
a
Steno
period
is
of
giving
half an hour or
instructions
something.
and help on removing the bolt from Viera, I'm gonna give advantage to anyone who's doing it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Because that's pretty much all. Like, to move around would be painful, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To even look left or right, I imagine, is gonna send.
Fun fact, in
Extreme
real life,
danger.
if you get a hit to the head hard enough to knock you out, that's severe blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
probably could lead to like long-term side
once-
effects. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
once had a pinched nerve in my neck, and I was out for a whole day. Like, to move it just half an inch would be excruciating. So
Yeah.
I can actually relate a little bit. So I'll be guiding Cassius and Samira. It's basically, okay,
Well,
no, you do this.
Deal
That's how
with
she.
Snaga first. Does he have
Yeah.
a bolt stuck in him? still?
No,
No,
Samira
was
ripped it out, yeah.
by Samira.
So
Okay. Clean the wound. I will happily kind of pinch it all together again. Unfortunately, Samira is going to have to be the one who stitches it.
She's meanwhile
Cassius.
just taking her time breathing and heating the needle again by the fire. Just panic breaths.
can you comfort her while she does this, please?
Yeah, no, it's I will sit by Samira when she's heating the needles. I mean, you did fine. She's up and about. Come on, you can do this.
Yes.
Just keep breathing. Just
You've done it
relax.
once successfully. You just got to do the same thing again.
Exactly.
Yes, and just not fall down myself. Okay, I can do this. It's
Well, Snaga is lying down, isn't he? Or
Yeah.
sitting down.
Well, it's out cold.
Jin.
No, he is sleepy. He's awake.
Oh,
Okay, but he's sitting down.
He's sitting down, yeah.
okay.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna sit down. Where is the bolt?
Oh,
Like
No longer.
shoulder.
In your
It was a shoulder one.
Yeah, no, wait. No, Snaga was the shoulder one.
I was also in the shoulder.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, it was a shoulder one. Clean one.
Yeah.
It's painful,
it was clean.
but yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. I will. I take it it's in the front, not the back.
Yes.
In which case, we'll get him to lie down. And we're going to deal with the cut because it's easier for him while he's lying down. And then, Samira, you can sit down next to him.
Mhm.
And that way you're not kind of leaning forward or standing up.
Okay.
Just in case you go backwards. And
That's a good idea.
Viera gives you a bit of a wink. And then she will clean the wound properly and then pinch it together so that Samira can stitch it.
He will pass out.
It-
He's
it's
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he will, but I'm probably pinching an inch together at a time so
And
that she can do one stitch and
Lena,
then pinch the
for
next
Samira,
inch.
this feels like stitching leather because of the lizard
Okay.
skin.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna make a con save maybe at Viera's because that's skin, not leather-esque.
Mhm.
So that would be more familiar.
Yeah.
So now it'd be pretty easy going this time.
Just think, very fancy purse. Very fancy purse. Very fancy purse.
You're getting the hang of it.
Maybe some nice shoes, some nice leather shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
Little crocodile boots.
Part of being charming, Cassius, is knowing when not to say it.
Exactly. So good way there.
So yeah, so we will make sure that we kind of stitch him up properly,
Mhm.
and then he's obviously out cold, so
Yep.
we'll pull him closer to the fire and make sure he's nice and warm,
And
I'll
cuddled
wrap
up,
my
yeah,
winter coat,
And that
Over
his
my
sock
winter
is
cloak.
over the tail and
and I'll put my winter cloak over him as well to keep him warm.
Yeah.
And then I will sit down with my back against the tree.
All right. So this is how this is going to work this time. We're not going
And
to
I
pull the
meanwhile at
bolt.
the fire, just heating the needle up again, just back towards what's going on, just not wanting to see it blood spray again and everything.
So I'll be instructing Cassius while she's heating up the needle, and it's
Mm.
basically like, okay, what you want to do is you want to cut the bolt first, and then you got to open up the wound a little bit. You got to spread that, and then gently pull it. It's going to take a while to pull it out.
All right.
You don't want to just yank it, because then you'll get Snaga's wound. This will
So
create less
basically just
stitching.
wiggle it a little bit, or
Yeah, I apologize, Vera. This will hurt a lot.
That's fine, I'm used to pain.
Okay.
What?
So yeah, Steno basically just guides us slowly, carefully, Cassius, through this process of retracting a bolt from a person's body.
Cassius, roll me medicine check with advantage.
this is gonna go well.
And Viara,
better
constitution
than
saving throw,
-1.
please.
Piece of cake.
Oh,
Ooh,
Beauty.
nice.
oh, you're lucky it was advantage.
Constitution check with advantage or not?
No, just normal. If he would have
Saving
rolled
throw.
higher, it would have been with advantage. It is
Fine.
painful. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
Okay, you manage. It's not pleasant at all.
No. I figured it wouldn't be.
You're a natural, Cassius.
It seems your skills have rubbed off on me.
Well, it's good. I'm glad I rubbed off on you a little bit. And continue
Is it time?
stitching. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is also
That's what I
continuously
have.
bleeding, by the way.
Yeah. Cassius, if you can pinch it together as tightly as possible, please.
Will do. Yes, sir.
But the hot needle helps because it prevents like further capillary bleeding from the stitching itself.
And I'll just turn my face away while it's done.
And I'll be face forward to what's going on, so I'll make a saving throw right now.
Yeah. Go for it.
There you go. Hey!
You're fine.
Nice.
You're fine.
I'm fine. Like there was one time I just got one. Was
Probably
another-
because I didn't pass out while you were stitching, so that
Exactly.
probably helps.
So you're not limp and flopping around.
Yeah, like trying to stitch fish.
Yeah.
Nom, nom. Oh,
Okay, it's getting better.
good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. I hope you're alright now.
And I will test the shoulder, but not move it too much. I'm going to try and keep it immobile if I can.
Yeah, but the healer's kit bandages are like somebody can bandage your your arm to your chest to further immobilize it over the night.
Well, I need both arms for now. I'm going to do I'll start the healing.
Yeah, you
potion
might
is
want to do this one-handedly until morning, at least.
Yeah.
Doctor recommends.
I'm gonna keep both hands available, but I'm not gonna use both
Yeah.
hands. I'm gonna use
So,
whichever one didn't get hit.
with that, you have survived.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm gonna take one watch where I just basically just panically still split my hands.
Here
even
we
though
go
nothing
with
is
this,
happening.
however. Steno, you know we've had
Yes.
blunt force trauma to the head. You gotta stay awake all night.
Oh, I'm gonna get exhausted. Okay, here we go. So I'll pretty much just be standing because it is very difficult to not fall asleep if you're sitting down, and I'll be walking around, pacing lightly for most of the night.
No, you don't want to pace. Hell no. Are you insane? No.
I can keep you company for the first 4 hours
Yeah.
because I'm brewing a healing potion anyway.
Yeah.
And then
Oh.
whoever
Is on
is
watch to
taking
continue.
watch.
Yeah.
You don't want to rock
Roll.
your head back and forth by pacing back and forth. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
No,
Right. So
It's
she'll
fine.
remain as stable as possible while watching.
Yeah.
Your brew her potion.
Yep. And I can talk you through some of it while I'm doing it.
That would be wonderful.
I'll talk through that I'm crushing up certain herbs and kind of using the wild sage root, which is a fairly common herb to the forest, and just essentially kind of making it more concentrated a mix. Essentially that's what it's doing. It's like cooking food with wine, where you cook it off and it takes on the taste of the wine. It's a similar process.
Ooh. That is beautiful. I like the similarity. And she takes another small sip of wine. Would you like some? Well, we.
Best if I keep my head about me whilst we're in the woods. I'm also going to be paying particular attention to our surroundings as well.
Yeah. I'm not gonna make you roll because there's nothing there throughout the night, you know. I don't like useless dice rolls. But unless you guys have more to talk about, but I guess like Samir at least will be like passing the fuck out because oh my god, all the stuff she did.
Yeah.
And Cassius, you're not used to this much walking either.
Yeah. During when he has watch, he's basically will be talking with Steno, or mostly talking to Steno. It's what he does, just to help her keep her awake and.
So, however, Arrow, you probably want to change your bandages at some point in the morning as a short rest with your hit die rolled during the short rest, but you have to do it yourself, right? Because otherwise you will not get this time around you will not get the benefits from a long rest because you're staying awake.
Right.
But that's it. Shall we go into the morning?
All right.
Okay.
Seems good.
Seems good. Where is into the Holak day?
So does that mean Steno doesn't get a D8, even though we healers get bandaged her?
Yeah, because no long rest.
She didn't sleep.
Doesn't get a hit
dice.
Yeah, I have to do that myself, so I need somebody to basically tell me what this look. Yeah, because I don't have a mirror.
But you're stitched up. This is basically just like cleaning it and, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that I can do myself.
So, the next morning...
Well, first things first, does the healing potion complete?
Yes, it does.
So I have a healing potion on my
Yes,
inventory.
You do.
Okay. We will keep that for emergencies, just in case.
Snaga wakes up Okay, let's roll the hit dice now. Because I
How
gotta.
do we do this in Foundry?
I think you click on.
Long rest, like on the hit dice, there's a button for that.
Oh, so there is. So I would click short rest if I'm changing my bandages, which is what I choose to do.
Oh, it doesn't have the slow healing on. When you click long rest, it recovers all the hit points. I gotta change that.
Oh, short, you get, yeah. But meanwhile, you can do the short rest thing instead.
So how does that work? You click short rest and then it asks you how many hit dice you want to use.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I haven't used it.
Okay. Select a dice to roll one available.
Ooh.
Yikes. And
Unfortunately.
that actually spends my short my D8 for the whole day this day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not good. Well, at
Okay.
least someone's feeling better.
Okay, he's not quite on full health, but
Better than Steno.
Oh yeah, how do I exhaust myself here? Oh, I just do this.
Yeah, you can just add the number.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do one and it automatically does everything.
I do feel like that should be. That could be better. That could be like 5 dots, and the death saving throws could be 3 success, 3 failed dots.
yeah, there might be a module for that. To be fair.
I might have to dig out my skills for coding and see
Yeah.
if I can write one.
There might also be a module for the slow healing, variant, because
Out of character.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It was it a heavy crossbow or what?
A light crossbow.
A light crossbow.
Yeah.
Samira has the heavy crossbow.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
the
Because
thank
she's
goodness.
proficient.
Thank goodness.
And you got a light crossbow and 5 bolts, I think. Everyone got
Yep.
5 bolts.
No, actually, Senna went for full 20 because even the 5 were already encumbered.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
You slowed down with the tent carrying anyway.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
True.
So yeah, Snaga will stretch, look around. You know, he's like poking his tender shoulder.
Don't poke it.
Samir will just quietly like scrub her hands by the ashes of the fireplace to once again disinfect her hands.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were doing the same thing. Not bad.
No, it's fine.
All right.
So what sort of time is it in the morning?
It is about 7 a.m.
Okay. So I would have been awake for a while by now,
Yes.
presumably. Can I have gone hunting for breakfast?
You're just getting up, so you can get ready and go hunt for breakfast while everyone else is like, you know, waking up, doing their morning business, getting the fire started, you know, that kind of stuff.
If it's 7 a.m., that means I only went to sleep at 3.
Yes.
Okay.
How are you doing, Snaga?
Oh, sorry, I was just...
Snaga zoning out.
No, Jam was zoning out. I'm sorry. I was just...
Keep my fingers in front of him.
I was just, forwarding the calendar. I'm sorry. Snaga is pain.
It's okay. I'm sure that the female members of your species appreciate scars.
Snaga wouldn't know.
Maybe one day when you go adventure a little further.
Snaga
Talk-
heard there's lizard folk to the south in Cormyr. But Snaga doesn't know.
How are you,
Snaga
Steno?
doesn't know yet. Oh, it's been a long time since I felt like this.
It's like the worst hangover in your entire fucking life.
Yeah. There was this one night back when I was 12 and I snuck into my parents' liquor cabinet. They were saving their wine, and well, let's just say they were not too happy the next day that I found it.
Maybe
Do you
it's a
think
good
you'll be
idea.
okay today?
Yeah, are you good to move on? We're on a kind of a tight schedule.
Oh yeah, I can
But
move. Just don't expect me to to move too much.
maybe refrain from walking up to someone that is maybe twice your size and throwing stew in their face. I'm not sure that was the best idea, but
Well, me neither.
that's. I mean, I respect it, but we had gold. We had.
You have to pick your fights. You want to live.
Yeah, that's true. Normally, the fights I picked weren't with people who had big maces. It's fine. You live, you learn.
Yeah.
Elven lady.
Yes, Snaga?
Snaga can tell you the next step, and
I was about to ask if the original plan that we had might be something that we alter slightly. Cassius and I can move relatively quickly. Perhaps it's better if you three stay here and Cassius and I try and scout out the next marker.
As much as I would like to agree, I don't think that splitting at this point would be a very good idea.
If we get into any trouble, we can run.
The question still is this point safe for three of us? Do we have to defend? If we have to defend ourselves again, it wouldn't look good for mainly just me fighting.
Snaga would stay with Steno. Snaga in pain.
How
Yes.
about we just all move on, but we move at half speed and we just take our time?
I mean, the
At
second
least then
point
we
wasn't
cover
that
ground.
far anyways, right?
It's about 10 miles, I think. Was it Snaga about 10 miles into the forest?
8 to 10. Snaga not sure. Snaga estimating.
Okay. Even if we only cover 4 miles, at least we're halfway there.
I say we start walking together. You two can, of course, move around and scout around.
Well, if we walk at a pace, I can scout a mile ahead and keep coming back.
If you're okay with that.
Yep, I can move faster than any of you guys, I think, so I don't mind running backwards and forwards to double check the route we're moving on. And
I
I'll
think that
never
would
be
be
more.
Yes, I think that would be the best. Like Cassius said, we're on a schedule. We have to. We have to
need to
outrun
get
the
there
moon.
before the next full moon.
Yes.
but if we're moving a bit slower, I can keep to the rear, keep a little bit further away from you guys, and I'm not used to this environment, but I can try to blend in a little bit, see if try to secure our flank. I'm moving slow anyway, might
Yes,
as well.
if we are moving slower, I can still carry a bit more without getting further slowed down. Any of Steno, you or who else, Snaga, you're hurt. If you can't carry something, give me it. I can. Yes, you should take it easier than usual.
Snaga is fine with that. It's just, and he kind of like just shuffles around his stuff and then shows like him putting the carry-on bag over the other shoulder.
That's good then.
Snaga travels light.
If I'm going to scout ahead and Cassius is going to stay behind to guard the rear, it's probably better if you hold the healing potion, Samira.
Okay.
For emergencies only.
Okay. Will do.
But yeah, in which case, Vieira pulls a small vial out from her pack and then hands it to you.
Sage root. Purified.
So that's just a standard healing potion?
Standard healing potion, yeah.
Okay, I'm just quickly inputting that. Thank you.
In the meantime, Viera, Snaga will point at the dead tree, right? And point out again that skeleton that's been overgrown with vines, right? And oddly not decayed, but the bone is bleached and brittle, right?
Yeah, but still there.
Still there, yeah. And as I pointed out last time, like one arm is missing, but there's one arm like away from the tree. Basically, it looks like almost like it's pointing into a direction, right?
Yeah.
And Snaga will like again like lean forward, and you can see, like you notice by the way he's like saying it that he's like repeating something that he learned by heart, right? And he goes, "The dead man will point into the right direction. Travel until you reach the giant's bowl."
The giant's bowl. So I'm looking for like a big dip in the ground.
Snaga, yes. Snaga asked hunters, and they heard, they know, they saw. It is like an old tree, big and decayed and turned into a giant bowl.
Okay. Well, in that case, are we ready to pack up camp?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yep. Kick out the fire, make sure it's out completely.
Snaga will sit in the middle of that like opening there, because it's like the place where the sun is shining and doing sunbathing.
Yeah. And before we head off, and before Vieira just starts scouting ahead, I'll just saddle up next to her and just start talking. Thank you for being so helpful yesterday with me on a lot of sorts. I'm sorry that was probably not helpful at all.
You did a very good job of stitching. And that's all you needed to do at the time. And when it came to the combat, not getting hurt is probably more important than taking people out. Getting hurt is the risky part.
Okay.
So, you did fine. Just keep an eye out for Snaga and Sleno. I don't think they're in the best of shape.
Yes, I'll keep an eye on them. Thank you for, well, being basically the other helping hand. You're a good companion to have around here.
My home is the woods. Makes sense that I would be good out here.
That's true. Alright, we should head out.
Everybody ready?
Aye. Good to go.
Likewise.
Snaga, move.
Come on, Snaga.
Oh,
it's time to go.
Yes.
And I'll take off into the forest. I'm gonna keep a lead of about 100 feet, enough that they can see me, and I'm constantly just scouting ahead for the easiest path through the forest for them.
As you head into it, it gets darker quickly, right? Because the tree cover is relatively thick. There's like beams of light in between, like reaching the ground, but it is a very thick forest. The morning fog is dissipating by now. So you have a relatively solid visibility as far as you could see in the forest, because underbrush, trees, there's like a lot of obstacles to get like a clear line of sight ahead. But so far the forest seems rather normal, right? Nothing out of the ordinary. The usual tracks that you would expect, deer.
Keeping an eye out for tracks above us as well, so anything that's too big that would have broken branches high up.
Yeah.
Keeping
So
an eye
far,
out for anything
none of
like
that.
as well.
So far, none of that.
And
Because obviously I've heard the rumours of there being dragons and
Yeah.
giants and ogres in the forest, so I'm keeping an eye out for that sort of tracking as well.
And I'm walking right behind Steno and Snaga, just keeping an eye on if any of them sway or stumble, like hand ready to catch them.
Yep. I'll be in the back watching if we have any visitors from that side, and trying to stay about 30 feet from the others. So not that far, but still a little bit of a distance, so I can report back if anything's wrong.
Okay, so yeah.
I have a crossbow in my hands, not loaded, but as I'm walking, it's just slung over, kind of awkwardly, so it's not across my neck, and then just shuffling along.
So about 4 hours later, nothing has happened. You're probably gonna take a short break at this point because Stanov will definitely feel the exhaustion. And Chris, you're also not on full health, right?
I'm on full health.
Oh, you're on full health. Yeah, but Snaga will feel the shoulder starting to ache, right?
Can I gather some fruits or food just?
Oh yeah, you can do your foraging.
The
yes.
way, so that when we get to the short rest, we've
For
got
water
some
as
food
well.
to keep blood sugar up and that kind of stuff. Water definitely, because we need clean water.
Roll
but we need to boil
roll
it
me your
first.
foraging check, survival. Yeah, you're fine.
It's pretty dark in here.
I think it was a 1d6, right? Or 2d6.
It was a 2d6 last time.
For like finding food.
It was 2d6 for herbs.
Yeah, wait.
Food we didn't do. We just said as much as I wanted because I can gather up to 4 times
you can.
as much as normal.
Twice as much, not 4 times.
Twice as much for being a ranger, twice as much for being my background.
Ah, yeah, right, 4 times. Yeah. Yeah, you find enough water and food for everyone.
All that overkill.
Small trickling brook where we can stop and fill up the water skins.
Yeah.
I recommend boiling it first.
Actually, you will easily find one of those like not like one of the muddy ones, but that go over a lot of rocks, aka
pebbles and stuff.
Yeah, it's a clean spring, so this is like stuff that you can easily drink without boiling
If we can
it.
short rest next to the spring, that would be great.
Yeah.
If that's doable. So we will try and keep the bearing, but at the same time I'm keeping an eye out for being able to follow the brook at the same time. And then that way, if we're going to take a short rest here, I'm going to bathe, basically.
Yeah. Clean up
the wounds, clean the blood up off the skin from under the armor and stuff.
And Steno, this would be a perfect application of your combat medic thing for yourself and for Snaga.
Awesome, yeah. And that being the case, that is how I will spend this short break.
Okay.
Yes.
Then I shall do a roll for Snaga, 1d8.
Oh,
4.
wait a second.
He is fine.
Yes. I just have to double check something because hit die. Yeah, I have 0 hit die because this is a new day. I spent the one during the morning, so I actually.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. So I'll heal Snaga. I'll help him
Yeah.
change his bandages and clean the wounds and things.
It
but,
is changing the situation in that case. Like, you know, he's after the rebinding, and you kind of like what else you're doing is basically bind his arm into like a hold. Like you make him like a little sling, right, that he can rest his arm in. So that's like much better for him at this point, right?
Yeah, gotta love knowing how to use triangles.
Yeah.
Trials for the win.
Yeah, so I'm down to 5 charges in my healer's kit, and also after spending that time, I'll just kind of groggily lean up against a tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Viera, during the rest, you hear. You're the first one who notices it. The crack of footsteps through the underbrush. Branches cracking, right? And not long after that, a man comes through, followed like by another one, and you quickly, like, you're the first one to notice it, but the others like pick up on it rather quickly as well because they're not trying to hide. They're wearing like greens and browns and easily recognizable as like local hunter rangers, basically. And the man goes like, "Hail, are you all right there? Do you need help?"
We're fine. Good hunting?
It's a slow day, but we only just started. He kind of looks at Snaga and Samira, right? And Steno also is like, "You sure you don't need help?"
If you have some, we're using some of our bandages quite a lot. We encountered some bandits next to the big old tree, and so if you have anything that can help some taking care of wounds, that would be really great.
I can part with a tiny bit of our healer's kit, not too much. We might need it ourselves.
Of course. Yeah, and if you can tell us a little bit about the surrounding area as well. We're looking for this landmark. Supposedly, it's shaped like a bowl.
Oh, the old dead tree, the giant's bowl.
The giant's ball. Yeah.
Oh, it's not that far. It's 4 miles into that direction. He kind of points, into the right direction you've been heading.
Yeah, mentally make a note of that as well. Yeah.
I would be careful around that place.
What sort of creatures are around the giant's ball?
No creatures that stay alive for very long. We hunters stay away from that place usually.
Why?
There is something that tends to eat things. I have never been there myself, so I wouldn't want to find out.
Any indication, any tracks you've seen that might indicate what kind of creature it is?
The devils know in this forest. I wouldn't know. Like I said, I never been there myself. I just know to stay away from the place. Hunter stories travel far among us.
Noted. Thank you.
Yes, still, thank you for your kindness.
Are you sure you don't need any additional, help leading back to the road? You're not lost or anything?
We're not lost. We're heading for the giant's ball.
All right.
You're welcome to join us if you want.
No, thank you. We need to hunt and feed our families.
No, understandable, of course. If you could part with some bandages, that would be great.
Yeah, he will.
Or
He will
other.
give you. He
Oh,
will
okay.
give you free healers kit applications.
Nice.
Nice.
Do you want to carry that, Cassius? Because it makes sense for all of it not to be carried by one person or Samira. Either one.
He will also share 2 dry rations, basically, that you can easily split among the 4 of us for a nice meal.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And
It's
I'll
dry
take
jerky,
the healer's kit.
mostly.
Fair enough.
Very salty, very chewy.
Something to chew on.
Oh, like every bite you make is giving you a murder headache even more. Chewing hurts at this point.
We can soften the meat in water for you. Make a stew out of it.
Well, don't chew. Just suck on it.
Oh, that.
Saliva will work. Thank you.
But anyway, the 2 hunters are like giving you odd looks, right? Especially Samira and Steno, because they don't look like... A bit of, like, Cassius gets a side glance as well, but with his shabby leather armor, he doesn't look that much out of place. They were eyeing Snaga curiously, and Snaga was just, like, watching them with big lizard eyes, right? And gave them a wave.
Can I tell if they recognize him? Because they must know that a lizard folk grew up in Sunset Hills.
You see some form of recognition, and actually...
But it's kind of like, I wonder if that's the lizard man.
The lizard man that we heard from... Not that,
They've
but
never
like,
met
actually, you will find out very quickly, because as he, like, hands out the heals kit applications and stuff, he will introduce himself as Scooter Davy. And his friend is... I will give you the portraits, but next time didn't have them. Rade, because... Suck. No, just kidding.
All day she's been telling me she's fully prepared for any situation.
Mean.
No, it's Randolph Stitchstein is the other guy. Here I'm gonna give you the names. Randolph Stitchstein. And
Well, that's a name.
And the guy who's talking to you is Scooter Davy.
Cassius is the one doing the talking. I'll let him do
Yeah,
the talking.
but basically he will nod towards Snaga and then look at Cassius again. Is that the lizard guy? I've heard of him from other hunters. He's been around this place a few times in the past 10 days.
I look towards Snaga, so
Snaga
look,
nods.
you're already making a name for yourself, adventurer.
Hey, there you go, Snaga.
Yes, I guess this is probably the same one. I'm not sure if there's any more walking, talking lizard folk in this area, but
Well, there aren't that many walking, talking giant lizards.
Exactly. Has to be the one, right?
Well, I wish you good luck. Either way.
Thank you.
You will need it in this forest. And then they head off, like, basically towards the road that, like, you know... into the direction where you came from.
Is it possible to see which way their tracks went whilst everyone
They
else is taking
came
a short
from
rest?
the north. You going off to the east. Like here, I'm gonna pop the map up so I can show you actually which direction they came from. Okay. So
First of all, which way is north?
Up.
Okay.
Okay. So.
So we're heading southeast.
So you
Mhm.
went, yeah, you went this direction, right? You're here.
Mhm.
They came sort of from this direction, right? They kind of, from the movement you gather, that they're sticking parallel to the
To
road.
the edge
Yeah.
of the forest. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you made it basically halfway by now.
Okay.
Like 4 miles in.
Mhm.
And as they leave, like Snaga will wait until they're gone, like proper, and even after that, he will like turn to you and like, can you hear? Can you, elf? Can you hear the hunters?
I will spend about 2 minutes just tracking the hunters to see if they have left properly before turning around and coming back.
Okay. So once they're gone, right? Snaga will turn to you and go. Hunters were right. The instructions say I recommend being quiet when you pass it, unless you're itching for some trouble. And whatever you do, do not step into it.
So we're going to skirt the edge of it.
That's good to know.
No, yes.
Yeah.
And do we know the next point where we go to skirt around? Which direction we're gonna go then?
We need to go there and find out.
I'm guessing there's some kind of marker like the dead
He
man's
nods.
hand.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not in
Quiet,
the middle.
okay. Uh-huh.
That's okay.
He
We'll
kind
be
of
fine.
starts shrugging and then stops himself. Like,
Yeah,
Oh.
don't do that.
So first day we get jumped by some bandits. Second day we get eaten by a huge monster in a bowl. Fantastic.
I am not looking forward to that. Yes.
Just don't go in the bowl.
I mean, when they say it like that, you kind of have to, right? It's like this,
If
you know.
I'm
If
wondering
you want
if
me
it's
to throw you in the bowl, I
I'm
can.
wondering if it's a bowl. Maybe it's a nest of some sort, of some creature.
Probably
Perhaps proximity to
a
the bowl.
prowling ground of some kind for whatever it is.
Okay.
Whatever it is
Yeah.
obviously eats meat, so it's a predator.
Yes. Well, you said
In any
something about
case-
dividing up this the gauze and everything.
I took the kit. Not
Yes,
that I
yes.
know how to really use it, but
I figure it's a good point to mention. I also have an emergency pack in very bottom of my backpack. I have never touched it, but since I don't really use it, but in case we need it, I have some as well.
That's good.
An emergency healer's kit.
Yes.
Okay, good to know. I tend to travel and not get hit. So
That's always the smartest way.
yesterday was an experience for me in the slightest. So I think it's probably. Is everybody rested? Should we carry on?
Rested enough.
Can I tell how many hours of daylight are left, roughly? Is it midday-ish?
It's midday-ish, yes.
Ish, okay. Because I want to get to, and I'll kind of say this out loud, I want to get to our next spot so that we have plenty of daylight to make camp.
Yeah.
but not too close to this bowl. I reckon
No,
Yeah.
if we're
exactly.
gonna make camp.
I want to be at least a mile from the bowl, by the sounds of it.
Well, you continuing?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I assume Viera is scouting again, right?
Yep, exactly the same as the first time, I presume, unless Cassius wants to do anything different.
Nope. Same setup is fine.
Same
Same
again.
positioning.
So Viera will arrive first. Basically, there's a sudden opening in the forest, right? And in the middle of that opening, that clearing, there's a dip. You can't see it in the picture that well, but it's like surrounded basically like you can see it used to be a really big old tree, like massive. And that tree probably died at some point or like was chopped down or whatever happened. It actually pains you to think that it might have been destroyed, right? But in the meantime, it's like the inside of it like dipped into this bowl, and the outside is like surrounded by moss and flowers and small growth that like, and then mushrooms that started like spreading. um it is, you can still hear birds. You don't see as many tracks in this area as you would think. And if you're making like, because you're a ranger, you know how to do like a peripheral, like going around the entire thing with like some distance. You will also notice that there's like not that fresh, but you find a few, like one or two tracks of like mid-sized game, maybe a deer, um where tracks went to the center and then don't come back on the other side. They stop towards, you don't see exactly where they stop because you would have to like get closer.
Yeah. Are there any tracks out of the ordinary predator style tracks at all? Nothing.
Nothing.
Does this feel...
And unlike with the Ankeg, you don't have a visible pile either, where like something could come from below, right? Because
This
you
looks like something sank into the ground.
perhaps you don't see anything, but you can always roll me a perception check.
Well, that's the first thing I'm going to do.
Roll me a perception check then.
20.
You don't see it right away, and I'm gonna drop you onto the actual top-down map so I can point it out to you. And sorry guys that you don't see it at the moment, but she's there first.
Look away! Look away!
Just give me a second. No, that's the wrong one. It's loading. There we go. Ignore the others, they're not there yet. But if you go to the south in the picture, right? Circle basically downwards to here, right? Basically. You can see basically in the dead center of that tree stump, right? The ground doesn't seem to completely close, and as you peek with your advanced dark vision capabilities of an elf, you see three pairs of dark black beady eyes staring, like peeking out from what seems to be a really well camouflaged lid of like about 10 feet in diameter. But there's like carefully piled on moss and even little flowers and sticks and stones. You've seen this in a much smaller variation. And this is the biggest variation of that you've ever seen, but the one thing that comes to mind immediately is trapdoor spider.
Giant spiders.
It's staring at you. It knows you're there, right?
Do I get any kind of indication of that? Can you give me an indication of size of the spider? Body, I'm guessing, is like.
Give me a
3 or 4
nature.
feet.
Give me a nature check. If in doubt, fireball. You know that trapdoor spiders, unlike normal spiders, right? They don't build nets. They use nets. They use their web to basically map out a pattern, like a net across the ground. And if you like look down, you see like faint lines of spider web like hidden within the grass, basically.
It's like an alarm, basically.
It's an alarm system, yes. And they don't hunt actively. They dig a little hole and then they insulate it with more web, right? And usually the hole is as wide as they are. So if the lid is 10 diameter, and the lid is usually built to like close off the hole, this thing is 10 foot wide, probably, because they expand their holes as they grow. They're very, very clever little things. I mean, this one is actually huge.
I was going to say, because I've experienced giant spiders before.
But they're also not too keen on leaving their holes to begin with. This is, and you also know that it usually doesn't peek out like this. It only usually does when it's really fucking hungry. And based on the last tracks that led towards the center, because there's some really juicy grass there, right? Because there's more daylight coming into this clearing.
Yeah.
So you figure like some deer probably walked in there. Based on the tracks, it probably hasn't eaten in a while. But again, you also know, unless you're really fucking stupid to like walk there up to it, it's probably not gonna come out.
Yeah. It's probably gonna wait for some prey to get a bit closer first.
Yeah, they're ambushers.
They prefer to snatch an ambush.
Yes.
Don't they?
You don't know if this is like how much of equivalent it is, but from the small ones, you know that their venom is actually weaker compared to other spiders.
Okay. That's fine. I am going to head back around, keeping an eye on the area where the spider is, so that obviously nothing comes after me. And I'm going to head back to the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
And then once I'm back, we're going to make camp about 500 meters away. We don't need to be too far. And I will educate everyone on what giant trapdoor spiders look like and are, and how they hunt.
So what you're saying is we're safe this far out.
I'm going to make us even safer, because once we've got a campfire going, I'm going to go and hunt something for that spider to eat.
Well,
And
If
that's
it's
like
not hungry, it's even less likely to attack us.
And you're sure it's gonna stay in that thing?
As long as we feed it, it has no reason to come out.
And then you see Snaga like smacking his head.
What are you doing?
Are you?
Like
Okay.
facepalm, basically, but lizard style.
Okay.
Yeah. Snaga forgot!
What did you forget?
Snaga forgot lamb. Or sheep.
Oh, was that in the instructions?
We
Feed the
need...
spider?
No. Something else later.
Oh.
I knew I should have bought a
Oh.
sheep.
Are you sure you don't want to, write some of this stuff down? So what happens if you get a big bash in the face like poor
Yeah,
Steno did? I
that would
really
not be very good.
He squints his eyes at you.
Cassius
Snaga
is
smart!
smiling.
And he like taps like the side of his head with,
Hey, but you seem to forget already one thing. So what if you get a boop on the snoot? Then
Snaga smart! He squints his eyes at you.
It's not good smart though.
Cassius will hold up his hands. All right.
He remembered
Okay.
about forgetting what he remembered.
So do we need a lamb or goat specifically, or can we
Living
just
creature,
gather another
living
animal?
beast.
A living. Okay. How big?
Person big. Sheep big.
Okay.
How
Lamb
big
or
is-
sheep sized.
Sheep size.
How big is the spider?
I don't like that idea. No,
Big
don't
enough.
don't even think about it.
I doubt we could lead a spider on a lead.
Why not?
I mean, Vieira, you know that it would be very fucking difficult to make that. Like, even the trapdoor spiders. Like, they're even
super strong.
They're even
Even
suspicious
as
towards
small
mates. Like, even
Yeah.
mates have to like approach really carefully and slowly.
Otherwise, they end up as dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, bad idea. Got
I
it.
think it would be better if we again make use of VR skills. As
Yes.
we,
Do you think there's something in this forest to be found like that? A deer, or?
Well, there's definitely deer. The hunters were hunting deer, and they would be deeper in the forest, far more than on the edge. So
Okay.
there's going to be something.
So the question is,
There,
when
there are
will we
tracks
need
for
that?
deer.
I mean, you can roll me another survival check if you want to go hunting for a living creature, although you also don't know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah, that I was gonna ask Snaga that.
That was about to
when
be
will we need
Senior's
it?
question.
Snaga will have you, Vera, hold up your 10 fingers again.
Mm-hmm.
And he will go like 1, 2. It's not the 7th. Wait. Yeah, he stops at 6 and like taps that finger.
Sixth step, I guess.
Yes. Did you see the spoon?
A spoon?
Vera, now
No,
that he
because-
mentions it, you
Because
remember
I
that
wasn't
rock?
looking for a spoon.
Yeah, but like now that he says spoon, you saw like a rock formation of like boulders, and one was like kind of longish, and now that he says spoon, you kind of like, yeah, that one kind of looks like a giant ladle. Very rough, like if you squint, right? And you wouldn't have made the connection if he wouldn't have asked for spoon, but now that he has asked, you're like, yeah. It's about 20-ish feet behind the spider bowl.
Great. So the answer is no, I didn't see any spoons. But you don't need to tell me your map, Snargo. Does anything in your instructions hint about danger? And if so, does it give you any kind of indication what sort of danger? So, for example, needing a lamb or a sheep, you probably need it to feed it to something
He
because
nods.
it's dangerous. What other dangers are there in your steps? Go through them slowly one at a time if you need to.
Well, he will have you hold up your fingers again, right? And he stops at a giant bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Snaga thinks it's the spider, yes?
Probably the spider. Mm-hmm.
Then the step after that, he's like, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And then he goes back to the 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here. Entrance into a cave.
Okay. And number 6 was where we needed the lamb.
Yes.
Why would we need a lamb for a cave? We've got to draw something out of the cave.
And he like backs up the previous steps and he goes like this between the giant's bowl and where you need the living creature. It's like these lead. You follow and it will lead you to the hanging vines and you toss the living beast to the hanging vines and it will reveal the path.
So these vines kill the living thing?
Snaga not sure. You take the living beast and you give it to the vines.
Do we need to go into this path
He nods.
and come back out of the same path?
No. He shakes his head and then goes like,
Okay.
but, and then like basically 2 steps further. Actually 1 step further. Sorry. It's I should have like counted, like put like number 1, number 2. Either way, on the right like number of steps, he will point out Snaga not sure. Snaga not very good with metaphors.
What's the metaphor?
But maybe we have to walk through a snake.
Walk through
Excuse me?
a snake?
Here
Snakes
you
are
will find a
small.
snake, climb its winding innards all the way to its head, and exit its mouth.
Oh my god. This...
Is it talking
like
about
a
a
riddle.
cave of some sort?
It sounds like a round tunnel to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
A tunnel of some sort.
Are you
I
sure?
can't imagine through an actual snake.
Snaga cannot be sure. Snaga hasn't been there. This is why Snaga needed all of you.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. So there's no hanging vines at the end of the cave that we need another living creature for?
No.
Okay.
And then at the very end, right? He will point and say, maybe danger. At the entrance to the tower.
Why is it maybe? What makes you think maybe?
Because the instructions say to do something, and if you don't do this, Snaga thinks that you will get hurt. But Snaga will not tell you that. Because Snaga doesn't want the dagger in the back right before the tower.
Yeah.
No one's gonna put a dagger in your back.
He squints at Cassius.
You're forgetting that we already protected you from bandits. We're in here together.
Snaga smart. Snaga knows you need Snaga for the map.
Yeah.
Can you then tell us at least if what we have to do, it would be something we would be willing to do?
Yes.
Not just...
It's easy.
Okay. It doesn't matter if it's easy. If it's something like cutting off an arm or killing someone else.
No.
That's innocent.
No.
What would you do to fulfill your wish?
Snaga would not cut off somebody else's arm. Snaga just wants to see the tower. Snaga wants to draw the tower. Snaga wants to go back.
Okay. So So that's somewhat reassuring.
Is there anything in your clues that says around the tower is dangerous?
No.
Or is it only when you want to enter the tower it's dangerous?
The clues say that you cannot see the tower unless Saloon's pale eye looks down upon it. And again, he recites it like word for word.
The moon.
Instructions have a lot of metaphors. Snaga doesn't like that. Snaga had to learn the word metaphor to explain that it has metaphors.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of these issues are potentially.
He kind of
Just
puffs out his chest to
speculation.
show that he's actually proud that he knows the word metaphor, by the way.
Until we see them for ourselves, it's mainly going to be a guessing game.
I think so.
Doesn't
Best
have to be.
if we set up camp here.
He kind of shuffles a
It's
bit from
getting
side to side. Viera, you are the one to be. Well, maybe who has like? What's your insight, Viera?
18. Passive, if you mean.
Era? Steno?
One sec. Steno's passive would be 12.
Okay, Viera, you kind of a tiny bit getting the hang of not facial expressions. Again, he doesn't have facial expressions, right? There is no
But he has body language. Too.
body language. He's still hiding something. Besides the obvious in-between steps, right? Something about the tower itself.
That's fine.
He's like a bit like, how to explain it? Sheepish, almost. He like looks away because he usually like keeps staring at you straight, right, when he talks.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's a bit uncomfortable keeping this part from you specifically, Viera.
That's fine. Make camp?
Let's make camp.
I think everyone will be happy to rest.
I forgot, out of character, because I have exhaustion, I would have had disadvantage. So technically, my passive for all of my rolls is -5.
Yeah.
For passives. So.
But hey, you can properly rest now.
Yes. I hope you don't mind if I don't take watch this time.
It's alright.
We can always sleep 10 hours.
Oh, that sounds good. And I'll go about changing my bandages once more.
Yeah,
just
I'll let me help
keep
you a
it-
bit. It's you don't want to move too much,
Okay.
and we'll just. I'm guessing we'll change our bandages by the build tent where I will boop you secretly if I can't. You don't see it, and the others don't see it with a healing hand, so you get one more hit point.
Okay. Oh,
We don't
Just
see it,
feels
huh? We don't see it. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like by the edge of the tent, just so she has some privacy, and she's
Well,
back
you know
turned
I'm
to
about
me.
to go off hunting, so wait for me to leave.
Yeah.
yeah. So there's just like Cassius and Snaga, and then like I won't notice a thing.
Snaga, like because you're setting up camp while it's still like daylight, right? The moment like it gets dark, he like just cuddles into his little bedroll and passes the fuck out. He's very much like sundown gone, right? Sunset up, he's awake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sun's out, Snaga's out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a bird, like you turn off the light and they fall asleep.
So basically, also not pulling his weight when in the camp. Fine, perfect.
Well, no, you were setting up camp before it went dark. You don't want to set
Okay,
up camp when it's dark.
Yeah.
You
But
can't
does he
see
actually-
shit in the dark.
But does he actually help with setting up the
I
camp?
mean, he's helping as much as he can, considering he's still sore because of his shoulder.
Yeah.
But he will make fire. He will make fire. He's actually quite good with that.
Oh, awesome. Yeah,
Like there's a
the moment.
slightly warmer than usual touch at your neck and your 1 hit point up.
Oh, your hands feel really nice.
Yeah, I was by the fire for a second. It's alright. It's getting cold soon.
Okay, thank you for your help.
You should rest. And who knows what happens tomorrow.
Yes. Just, I need one moment.
Of
And
course.
before she does go to rest, she heads out kind of near the edge of the camp on her own, enough that she can still be seen, and kneels down. And it looks once again very similar to like somebody just either praying or meditating. So she does this for about 10 minutes before then going to the tent and collapsing.
Yeah, I'll stay by the fire and wait until Viera returns.
Do I return?
I mean, yeah.
Good question.
Do you want me to make a survival check?
Yes. I mean, you already gather enough food for everyone on the way here.
This is specifically to capture the live creature.
Yeah, keep in mind you will have to drag it around with you.
But this is
No,
not for the spider.
This is for the spider.
Oh, this is for... Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm going to capture it and then kind of basically walk it towards the spider's den.
Yeah.
And as soon as the spider catches onto it, I'm going to kind of release the creature going forward, so it can only go forward. And then I'm going to back out, so the trapdoor spider gets a nice juicy meal. And doesn't come looking for us in the middle of the night.
It wouldn't. You know that it wouldn't.
I know that. But this is just to make everything a little bit safer anyway.
Yes, yes.
So there you go. 20.
Yeah, no problem. You find a dough.
Oh, I feel kind of bad.
It doesn't have Bambi with it, by the way. It's just a dough.
Good.
Too bad. Otherwise, we would have the easy
I
carry for the blind.
PM'd you what it would look like when it peeks out entirely to grab.
I have a pretty good idea of what it looks like.
Yeah, but I PM'd you the picture anyway.
Yeah, that's not creepy as fuck.
Yeah?
Before we start the next day, do you mind making this the bathroom break now?
Yeah, I was about to suggest it because I also need to actually go to the bathroom. So let's make this the break, and then we shall continue afterwards.
With trapdoor spider combat.
Maybe.
Perfect.
Yes.
With
I mean,
busting Saga in the vines.
it rolled the stealth with advantage, right? Because of the trapdoor, and you still beat it. So if you wouldn't have seen it, it would have just been, oh yeah, it's a tree stump, whatever. Okay.
Hey, yeah,
let's...
Cassius, you know that curiosity? You could go check it out.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Nope.
Break time.
Nope.
Break time.
All right.
10 minutes, you guys. There we go. Wait. There we go. Okay. Ready.
Wait. There we go.
I realized I never muted my own microphone, so everyone could still hear me the entire time. It's great. Very smart.
Including all your bathroom talk.
Oh yeah, totally. Absolutely, including my bathroom talk. That's what people need to hear. Pee-pee in the toilet. That's like top-notch entertainment right there.
That's okay.
I say the same thing when I go to the bathroom every time.
I'm sure there's a clip of it.
I mean,
and we can use it to embarrass you.
I mean, to
Or
be
bribe
fair, the explanation is, by the way, I don't know if I ever told you guys. I'm gonna tell this quickly as an explanation, and then we'll shut up about it. But it's like when Maya was a toddler, and we were like getting her off the diapers, right? And like the first time she went she kind of skipped it, like you have like the potty,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of skipped it entirely, and she like went straight to like, you know, peeing in the toilet. But like the first time she managed to do this, like, you know, she like basically declared super fucking happy and like super proud of herself. I peed in the toilet. And then like, and every time she would have to go, she was like, I need to pee in the toilet, and that was basically, that's the story
When
behind
she's
it.
older and finds this clip, she's going to be so mad at you.
That's okay. We'll make sure it's there on her wedding day, just so everyone knows.
Oh, that's gonna be something.
Because Maya was always like, you could never force her to do anything. Like she didn't want to get weaned, like go eat normal food until she decided that she wanted to eat food. And then she switched all at once. And the same thing for like potty training. Basically, she didn't want to, and then just one day she just decided, and like overnight, literally.
Excellent.
But we
Speaking
digress.
of which, you
Overnight.
know, overnight, yeah.
So yeah,
Cough, cough.
I want to remind everyone that you can do 2 hours of passive watching and still get your 8 hours of short rest. So like 2 out of the 8 hours you can spend sitting there and looking around, rolling a perception
8
check.
hours of short rest.
Long rest. The 8 hours of the long rest.
I'm hoping there's a long rest involved.
No, there is actually a gritty realism variant rule where like a short rest is 8 hours and a long rest is a week.
It's like a week or something.
Oh, jeez.
God damn.
Yeah.
But that would be super punishing. That's like even more punishing than second edition rules.
Who would want to fight? Like, ever?
Well, exactly. Yeah. It's too dangerous.
I think it would. I'm sorry. Snaga
right.
clipped the pee in
Ginny's
the
lost.
toilet.
Great.
Way to go, Snaga.
Uh,
You're my boy.
Is he
sorry.
impressed that we've managed to keep his NPC alive this far?
It probably is, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway. So for the 2 humans who need to sleep 8 hours, right?
2? Oh yeah, that's right.
3, Steno technically is also human, but Steno is gonna sleep the full 8 to 10 hours because, you know, needs to get rid of the exhaustion. But Cassius and Samira, you basically within your 8 hours of long rest, you can spend 2 hours being on guard without getting exhaustion, right? But that means light activity. Like you're not walking around and pacing the periphery and that kind of stuff.
You're sitting down and looking around.
Around, right? The moment you start doing something like reading a book or like anything at all, it's not gonna count, right? Just a heads up. It's basic rules. It's in the DMG. You can look it up. It's like most people don't know about that. It's like, yeah, you can take 2 hours during your long rest to stand watch and you still get your long rest.
Yeah, but before we do that, I am going to spend another 4 hours brewing another healing potion.
Yeah.
And then I will take my long rest.
Okay.
And I'll take the first watch after Viera is gone to sleep.
Okay.
And just
It's
spend
probably
mine
good if we
with-
get into a routine of it. I'll do first, you do second, Cassius does third.
Yes, light just slowly comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I spent mine by the fire, not doing anything, just fiddling with a little glass ball in my hands. Just spending my time.
Okay. So, daytime comes. You wake up.
Oh, yeah.
So I take it I managed to feed the spider.
You managed to feed the spider. This is why I sent you the picture.
Yep. Which is glorious.
Excellent.
Everyone else gets to see that today.
Maybe.
So I will get rid of my point of exhaustion. and regain 1 hit die
Minus
for hit
healing.
dice, minus my healing. So I'll basically go through the morning routine after I wake up of, tending to my wounds.
Yeah.
So, just actually a question. For each time I do this, would you consider that a use of the healer's kit?
That's use before you go to sleep, by the way, and then you roll your hit
Yes.
die in the morning. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll just mark that off.
Is it
Yeah,
one
so our
use per
bandage
hit
vector.
die, or is it just 1 use per night?
1 use per night.
You can only use it one. Yeah.
One, yeah.
Yeah, so your bandage change yesterday when I helped was basically that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
There's some
So-
interference happening from someone.
I think it's Arrow,
Yeah,
Oh.
it might be me.
because my phone usually is far away.
8. Okay, don't fail me now.
Don't stop
You-
me now.
Ooh.
Because we're having a shit time. We're having a shit time.
But this just
Almost
highlights
there.
how long it can take to recover from a bad wound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Again, she took a mace to the back of the head and got dropped
Yeah.
in one attack.
Yeah, 1 hit. Yeah.
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 Kind of makes sense. It'll take you a couple of days to recover from it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Make
messed
sure
up a
your
little bit there,
abilities,
but-
like that you recover on a long rest, are recovered, right?
Yep, gotcha.
Cassius,
Mm-hmm.
can you carry a half a pound without getting encumbered?
I'm already
You're already encumbered.
for your information, I'm already carrying my fair share.
So why
But
do I
yes,
have
I-
your clothes?
You might want it if the question is, can you carry half a pound without being encumbered?
Yeah, I'm already moving
if you're
slower.
already
So
encumbered, why am I carrying the fine clothes?
If
Which
you're already
fine
Cas-
clothes?
encumbered, you might as well just take it, right?
Yeah. In which case,
Guess is ignoring Samir's questions about the clothes. he's pointedly looking at Vieira and he's kind of grinning, but he's like,
in
yeah,
which
I
case,
can.
Vieira will hand you a healing potion as well
Ooh,
for emergencies only.
Suddenly, he's more open to the idea of carrying more stuff.
Yeah, like, actually, yeah. If you're gonna give me more of these, I'll carry these.
potion.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
How's everyone looking? Stan, how are you? Better today?
Still in pain, but pain is an empirical learning experience.
Mm-hmm. So, you good with traveling? Better than yesterday?
Better than yesterday, yes.
That's all I need to hear. Alright, so what's the plan?
Well, the spider's been fed. Snaga, we're here. Next step is something about a spoon. Yes, there was a spoon in the spider's den.
Oh, the
What do we
spoon
need to do with the spoon?
shows the way.
How does it show the way?
The
'Cause I
handle.
get the impression
The handle
it's better
points.
for one of us to go in, not all of
The
us.
handle points into the direction that we need to go.
And from what I remember, having seen it yesterday, presumably I can tell which way the handle points without getting near the den.
Yes, it was the top part. The bottom part looked like a ladle, basically. And it's basically further into the same-ish direction, basically, that you've been going.
Okay. But not quite.
Not quite, no.
Fine. In which case,
It's like
I
you
will-
basically head into the same direction you've been going, and then the rock turns you a tiny bit to the left.
It's like 5 degrees left.
Yes.
Okay. I will reorient myself by going to the edge of the clearing and making sure I know the path, and guiding everyone around to that edge.
Let me just show everyone the clearing, because I just
Heading in that direction.
you know,
You want to. You want to.
Like the battle map she had prepared, just in case we tromp through like crazy.
Let's kill the spider anyway. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, the only thing in its lair are going to be the bones. So.
Oh,
I just see darkness.
yeah.
Samira just got
What
Damn
a
it.
beautiful black
Yeah,
map.
I'm not actually moving. I need to move my token around to see stuff.
No, wait. I'm gonna activate the daylight setting for it.
Oh, okay.
I keep
good.
forgetting about that.
I wasn't actually moving towards the spider.
wise choice.
There you go.
There we go. That's pretty.
Oh, I think I see
Can I
the spoon.
investigate those rocks?
Yeah, see the longish one? The bottom
Yeah.
looks like a
That's the
ladle
spoon.
from the side. Like from the side. From the top down, it doesn't look so much like a spoon. But from the side, you can see the shape of a ladle, and basically
I'm
the
standing
handle.
at the ladle, and the
Yeah.
handle is the other end.
Yeah. Are you paying
You
attention to the
said
spider, by the way?
Yeah, obviously.
It's not peeking out.
Okay. So it's not hungry now.
Nope.
Presumably it's asleep or making babies. Okay. Can I investigate around the rocks in case there's anything there?
Yeah, you just easily. You don't even have to roll. You find mushrooms.
Oh, edible ones.
Yeah.
I will gather a few of those.
It's like if you go around the bottom to the back of it, like where the tree
Where
is.
it's damper. And
Yeah,
darker.
I think you can see them. It's like the white dots.
I'll pick up a few of those. Have those for dinner later. And then I guess we continue on in this direction. Around the tree and off we go.
Yeah, basically you follow the direction of the rock, right? Not like full left, but like towards the corner of the map, right?
The map, yes.
The cast is just standing there on the tree, not moving.
Yeah, he's about to get.
Yeah,
eaten by the spider.
I'm stuck in a tree. I'm getting wall collisions basically everywhere I move. So I'm stuck in the tree.
Let me mitigate that. There you go. Sorry,
Thank you.
I pulled you into the tree by accident.
No worries. I was like, everyone's moving. Wait for me.
Ah, no, I'm stuck
We
in
just
the
left him
tree.
behind.
He did
got
say he'd
trapped
take up the
by
sticks.
tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you continue.
Gonna do the same thing as yesterday, just forage as we move, so that if we stop for a short break, we've got some fruit or berries or stuff that we can eat.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Naga what the next point looks like, or how far away is it?
Yeah. How far away is the next
He
point?
will actually pull Vieira aside.
He's got a confidant now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Vieira is about to find out why. So he will like pull her like good 70-80 feet, to the point where like you can't even see where they are anymore, the rest of you. And he goes like, Snaga knows about elves. Elves can be trusted.
Wow. All right.
Unless their skin is black or gray, then not. Because those are the bad elves. But Vieira's skin is not black or gray.
No.
So,
My hair is black.
yes, but it's the skin. It's and he like stops for a moment, like thinking, drow bad. But you are fine. Snaga heard stories about the Cormanfor forest, and elves are good. So, Snaga will trust you.
Okay.
So, we need to go. And then he like stops again. And then he like makes you pull up
Hold
your
up
hands.
10
Yeah.
fingers.
So, he goes with the first finger. At the dawn be at the end of the bridge crossing the Immerflow, and travel north along the east way into the Hulak at the speed of a mule until the sun sets. This is where you will find the dead man's tree. You'll know it when you see it. Then the second finger. The dead man will point into the right direction. Travel until you reach the giant's bowl. Third finger. I recommend being quiet when you pass it unless you're itching for some trouble. And whatever you do, do not step into it. And then the next finger. If you turn south at the bowl, not south, sorry, north, south, northwest. If you turn northwest at the bowl, you will spot the giant spoon to steer it up. It's just a big rock, really, but the handle points into the right direction. Fifth finger. Keep an eye out for the Dryad's crown. It's a ring of trees, and these trees embrace a circle of mushrooms, and one of them is not like the others.
Okay. So that's our next target.
The poison is the cure. Follow it, and it will lead you to the hanging vines.
Okay.
He kind of hesitates because technically these are two things, so he's not sure if he should have counted them as one or not.
Yeah.
But then he goes like to the next thing and goes like, toss the vines, a living beast, and they will reveal the path. I hope you're writing this down, Chris.
No.
No.
Because I'm just going to get Snaga to tell it to me again
Yeah,
when we're
okay.
close.
And then he goes, follow it, like reveal the path, right? Follow it, eyes closed, until the light leaves your eyes. And only then do open them to see the path in the darkness. This trail will lead you to the Nightmare Hollow. When the trail splits into two, plug your ears, take the left, two to the right, and you will know you are getting close when the cavern walls become warm. And here you will find a snake, and you climb its winding innards all the way to its head and exit its mouth. And here you will emerge in a clearing where you can recover and wait until Saloon's pale eye looks down upon it. Only then will the tower be revealed. But, the man said, but you may enter in the midst of the day if you bow to the clay. He squints at you, like blink, blink, expectantly looking at you.
Okay. Well, we know what the next step is. We're looking for a Dryad's crown.
With a circle of mushrooms.
With a circle of mushrooms in the middle. And the poison is the cure. So the poisonous mushroom out of those leads the way.
You are a ranger. You can find that.
Yeah. We will wait for everyone else.
Well, you have to go back,
up.
basically, to tell him that you're done.
Yeah. We'll head back.
Yeah.
And get everyone else's attention. Double check we're going in the right direction. And then head on. Unless anyone has any questions.
seems
I
like
had a good talk.
Yeah, I know what we're looking for the next
Snaga
episode.
squints at Cassius again.
Yes.
good stretch.
So if you notice a circle of mushrooms,
Mhm.
let me know.
Okay.
Cassius squints back at Snaga.
Double squint because he has 2 sets of eyelids.
I feel like you might lose the staring game.
Let's just go.
And then carry on. So we have no idea how long it is. This is
No.
me telling everyone else. It could be 1 mile, it could be 10 miles. But we're looking
Alright.
for a circle of mushrooms surrounded by a dryad's crown in the trees. I'm
In the
guessing
trees.
the circle of mushrooms is on the ground. The dryad's crown is on the trees.
So,
Okay.
what would, out of character, what would Steno know about dryads?
Dryads.
Based off of, dryads.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Yeah.
roll me a Arcana check.
Okay. Hearing that word, strikes interest.
Two-ed.
I mean, you've heard of forest nymphs, basically.
Okay.
That's basically all you know.
So if we don't know the distance, everyone should keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Hence why I'm telling you what to keep an eye out for. Have I ever heard the term dryad's crown mentioned to do with anything describing nature, like a circle of trees or a kind of ivy in the trees? I'm assuming it's mistletoe in the trees.
I mean, it could be anything. You haven't heard anything specifically, but you know that people tend to give things names, like the
Descriptive
giant's
names.
ball. It
Yeah.
doesn't look like a giant's ball, it's just a giant tree ball, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's fine.
It's like, you don't know if it ever had any relation to giants, maybe? Potentially?
No, but I'm just wondering if I'd heard anything descriptive wise, like oak trees with kind of blossom in them.
It could be.
From
It
growing
could be.
plants.
It could be anything. It could also be that those trees are full of dryads. Because you would actually know what dryads are.
Yes.
And it's funny because Steno is regaling everyone what she recalls about dryads, which isn't very much. All the while, Vera is probably like,
Uh-huh.
City folk.
Yeah. We do love to point out those fairy tales because everybody thinks they're true, but they're not.
So what are they exactly?
Dryads.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is talking about a dryad's crown, so this is more likely to be flowers in the trees or ivy in the trees that looks pretty and looks like a crown.
Mm-hmm.
It's unlikely to actually have dryads there, but if there are, Cassius, you're probably going to enjoy it. Samira and
good.
Steno, probably not.
Oh. Okay.
why is that?
What would that mean?
They tend to enjoy male company and not so much female company.
Oh, that's okay.
Fairly rude,
Alright.
but nevertheless,
Well,
this is not our mission.
Very limiting, but okay.
Snaga will lean in and say, are they gonna be bothered by lizard men?
No.
Probably.
No.
Oh.
As you pointed out to Steno, not compatible. So probably not.
He nods. He
And I don't
absolutely
think
gets
we're-
it.
I don't think we're going to get or come across any dryads anyway. I would be very surprised if we do. But anyway, let's move on.
Yes.
Seems better. Seems better than a huge
What's
ass
the
spider.
marching order?
I'd agree with that.
What's the marching order?
Same as before.
So you're taking the lead with
I'm
some...
taking the lead, and Samira and Steno and Snaga.
A middle.
Wow, all the
yes.
S's are in the middle. And Cassius is at the back.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm also keeping my eye out. I assume the others are as well, but I'm keeping my eye especially on the ground for any change of colors that indicate mushrooms.
Yeah, I'll be looking out in the distance mostly.
Cassius is looking out for pretty forest ladies.
Oh, Cassius.
That's helpful.
I'm keeping a general eye out for any kind of dangerous creatures, aka dragon footprints, giant footsteps, broken branches up ahead, all that kind of stuff.
You don't find that, but again, I'm gonna pull you to a map because you're gonna be the first one seeing them.
Uh-oh. All the pretty trad ladies.
I want you to...
If I'm ahead, I can move stealthily at a normal pace. So
Yeah.
given that we're now
Roll
getting
me.
deep into
This
the
would
forest,
be a moment to roll stealth, please. I was about to ask you.
I'm definitely moving stealthily. And 19.
Okay. I think you can see it
I can see the map.
there.
No, there's a tree in the way. Okay, I can't see anything on the map,
Oh wait.
if that's what you mean.
Oh.
Oh, now I can.
They haven't noticed you yet. They look like scouts, specifically.
Can I do a quick count? There's 3.
Yes.
I don't see more than 3.
They're coming from the bottom and they're moving up. So...
Up in our direction, or up north, or
up
away?
north, you can't tell at the moment because it's like stopping and looking around. They're scouting, like I said.
Well, yeah.
They might be like intersecting you. They might even head in the same direction. You have no idea because you can't see
stop
from
and
which.
watch them.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking everyone's moving at half speed, so 15 feet, presumably.
10, I'm at 20 already because of the encumbrance.
Okay, so you're moving at 10. Okay.
Yeah,
So
if we're half speed,
knowing I'm 100 feet away from everyone else, I'm gonna give them basically 10 seconds, 1.5 rounds to see which way they go.
They're gonna move like past this big tree, basically. One of them will move further here.
Okay.
But the leader seems to be heading upwards, sort of away from you, but it does seem like they're gonna head into the same direction as you guys are. Maybe.
Shit. I turn and move away. I guess half movement. No, I can move at full movement while stealth, so 35 feet. So in 2 rounds, they will have moved 20. I'll move 70. We're 10 feet away from each other at that point. And I'll pop out from some underbrush and just go shh. We have 3 hobgoblin scouts ahead of us. Scouts probably means more. We want to divert our course. They're kind of heading this way, so right or left, and quickly, because they are scouting their...
Steno starts heading right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Turn right and start seeing if we can kind of circumvent them. So whilst they're kind of heading in our direction-ish, we're kind of heading around them, but I'm gonna make a mental
So
note
they're
to
not
and
going
go about.
into your direction. They're heading into the direction you were going.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
balls.
Ooh,
Slowly
that's weird.
loads a crossbow bolt.
No, that's fine. They were heading in the same direction as us.
Same. Same.
So I'm
So-
letting you reconsider which way you're going.
We're gonna go to the right about
Mhm.
50 feet.
Yeah.
And then
Basically
we're
flank
gonna
them.
resume the normal, so we're flanking them from a backside, basically. Flanking them from 5 o'clock in the direction they're heading. And then I will move ahead again to see if I can find out where they are and just kind of figure out distance.
They have moved further into the same direction, so if you diverted 50 feet, you actually have to like basically start chasing them to keep up, like to catch up to them again. If you're going in the same direction they went off.
I'm not chasing, I'm just tracking.
Okay. So this time you will pop out basically. Give me a second. Just reshuffling some stuff here.
I'm gonna tighten the formation as we start moving stealthily, so I'm no longer 30 feet behind everyone. Just
Good
to
idea.
make sure we don't get covered from that side.
Okay. So you're gonna be the first again.
Yeah, but I'm only like 20, 30 feet ahead of everyone.
Okay, then I'm gonna pull everyone.
Yeah, pull everyone on.
I'm gonna put you guys in the corner. Just give me a second. Cassius, Samira,
There we go.
Steno.
I can see. Ooh.
What's that?
Shh.
Ooh, not good.
Shh.
3 more hobgoblins with 2 giant boars.
Mhm.
They're not exactly going the straight path. Again, you can't really go straight in a forest to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Everyone roll me stealth, please.
Oh boy, this is gonna be
Again.
straight roll for me. Yeah,
Nice.
straight roll, everybody. Nope. Yeah, I'm by a tree, so I'm gonna stumble a bit, most likely. I stumble over a root.
Oh!
No.
Snap.
Snap!
Oh boy.
Snap! Oh no, Snaga!
Fact.
Oh no. Okay, well,
Yeah.
at this point,
Oh my god.
Bye-bye.
just a second. No, wait. Wait. Oh, god damn it. Shinny is clumsy.
She just
And they're gone.
deleted all the bugbears. Woohoo!
Yeah.
They're dead.
Not all of them, like 2 as
Oh,
bear,
that
1
glorious
bull,
XP.
left.
Yeah, I just deleted them because I'm smart.
Oh. Bitchin' giant bull.
Is that what it
something.
says? Bitchin' giant boar?
It's gone now, but it was a bitchin' giant bull.
Oh, man. That would have made for some good stew.
I now see a
Now it's a
thrifty.
thrifty giant
Thrifty,
boar.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Wait,
So
I'm
it was
not
2
seeing
giant
anything.
boards, right? And 3 hobgoblins.
Yes. 3 snob goblins.
Wow, I'm so capable, you guys. It's amazing.
One of the snob goblins was there.
Yeah, thank you.
Snob goblin.
I think
'Cause
that this,
he was just in the brush.
yeah, and this one is
That's
like,
about right.
okay. Okay, and now I will, boom.
No, the bitchin is gone. It's now kind. Oh.
I mean, maybe it is better.
I mean, who knows?
Well, Snaga gave you away. So at this
Have
point,
they actually seen him?
yes, I
yet?
was about to declare combat initiative because they turn around. Or like, this guy turns around.
Because I was about to book it to the north, making a lot of noise to get their
Well,
attention.
this is why we're rolling initiative.
Sure.
Oh boy, alright, let's go.
Also, at this point, Shitty will change the freaking music.
This is between.
Ooh. Damn.
Nice.
I mean, we're all in a good lineup. I like the lineup. Except for Snaga.
Fuck Snaga.
I mean, he hasn't rolled yet, so you know, who knows?
Stop hating on Snaga. He's a boy.
No. I, as a player, enjoy him. Cassius?
And there we go. We're all good lineup.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Also, I should start hiding my rolls.
Maybe.
Okay. Vieira. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I go first by a long shot.
Yes.
Yes, I am gonna book. I'm taking my full action, making as much noise as I can, and I can move 70 feet up to there. So that hopefully they don't notice anyone else, they just assume the noise was me.
What did everyone else roll for stealth, by the way?
I rolled a 5, I think.
I believe it was a 21
Samira was a 5, Phi was a 13, Snaga was an 8, Cassius was 21, Steno was 21.
Okay. End of your turn?
Yeah, end of my turn. Making as much noise as I can, running through the underbrush.
Okay. End your turn.
Trying to find out how. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Stano.
Tricky. How tall is this tree right here?
About 10-15 feet to where the big branches meet.
Okay, fantastic. So for the first time, everyone will notice how unusually nimble Steno is as she makes her way up the branches, and I forgot to select here, and will well, it's a wall, but essentially I'm up in this tree, up to those branches, so it's 5, 10, 50, so I still have 5 more feet of movement, and I will unsling the crossbow and wait. So I will use the hold action. If these guys are going to turn around and look aggressive, then I will loose a bolt. If there is an
Define
intent to
looking
harm.
aggressive, because you've never seen hobgoblins up close and personal.
Yeah, like if they're snarling and have their weapons brandished and are running at somebody with, it looks like they're going to stick them.
Okay.
Presumably not if they're running at me.
And also, just so you are aware, before I end my turn, I cannot see in that cone anything from that
Yeah,
side.
you have tree branches in your way.
Okay, fair enough.
You're like up in the tree. It's actually difficult to see through the crown of the tree to begin with.
Which makes sense, yeah. So, that's my turn. I'll end that, and there you go.
Snaga. So, Vera, you just booked it.
I booked it and shouted insults at the hobgoblins making noise to get their attention.
Awesome. I'm rolling an intelligence check for Snaga.
Come on, Snaga, you're smart. Snaga is smart.
Snaga is smart.
Oh god,
Oh boy.
it's going to be
I
bad.
hear snickering.
This
Yeah.
lizard is going to be the death of us.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ah,
No,
Oh,
Snaga!
Snaga!
can I?
Don't die.
Oh my.
What?
If I see if he's going to run, can I try to hold him back?
No, it's not your turn yet.
As a reaction, can I use my
No,
reaction?
you don't
Hold
have.
down.
You don't have a
Hold
reaction
it
for
when down.
that.
He's in thick underbrush. It's technically difficult terrain.
It's not thick underbrush. It's it's normal. It's not difficult
It's under
terrain.
the trees, like
Oh yeah.
this here is underbrush.
Yeah, the
Well, we
yellow
are the
one
green
is
that-
bush.
that's
The
the
green
tree.
is actually tree crowns that you see from.
Oh.
Yeah, the see-through.
You gotta.
I can
It's
remove
not
them. It's
that.
that's easier for you.
That's fine.
Oops.
I
Still getting
actually
it.
like these
Don't kick us out of the game.
tree brushes.
Yeah, I like them too. I like them too.
I thought it would
Oh,
be
one
nice to
thing-
know where the crowns end of the trees, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so he's like booking it the same direction. He thinks that's like, oh, we're gonna distract them, so I'm gonna help you distract them because I caused the noise. So I'm gonna follow you. So he's running. Look at me! Look at Snaga! Snaga! Rar 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 rar!
God
no.
damn it, Snaga. Yeah.
Well, the first guy is certainly looking at Vieira and Snaga, right? So he is, because he has no reason to look around anywhere else. I'm not gonna roll perception for him. He's pulling his longbow that he's carrying, and notches an arrow. And because he can't see Vieira in that moment, he will shoot Snaga.
I shoot him.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just gotta make sure he's within range. Oh, I actually need to zoom in a little bit because technically I'd be right there. 81 feet, so that's like 1 foot out. So,
Disadvantage.
ah, shucks. Yep.
That's what I was counting on when I was running. Even if they took shots at me, it would be with disadvantage.
Yikes. Okay. So let's see here. My crossbow. Oh, oops. He must. Oh, oops. I forgot about this. I have to target this guy. Click. And cut. I did target him. What? This guy is my target. What's going on here?
It's Trashy Hobgoblin's turn. That's why
Oh.
maybe won't let you
Oh.
shoot.
No.
That's okay.
It should.
Here, I'll just. No, it's not letting me do anything. I'm clicking the die.
You sure you've got him targeted properly? You've got the
Oh,
4
maybe
orange
it's the-
arrows around him.
Let's try that. There we go.
Oof. Nice.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Damn.
Get fucked.
Get fucked, yeah. Jesus
Don't touch
Christ.
my Snaga.
So you fire your light crossbow and basically like hit him through the neck, and he just goes. It like collapses, right?
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Samira.
Okay, seeing as we're already on the attack, I'm just gonna quietly.
Yeah. By the
swear
way,
under my
these are
breath.
scouts. The next thing stands to reason is they're gonna look as to where that bolt came from.
Yeah, we're no longer hidden, so I'm taking some movement up front. Wait, first thing I'm gonna do, dropping my bag. Would that be a free action or what is that?
That's a free action. Just dropping things is free action.
Okay, I drop my bag, and I move here, and shoot my heavy crossbow at the boar.
Keep in mind the distances, by the way.
The heavy crossbow has 100 feet normal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Let me just.
You hit it. Sorry.
It's a thrifty sound.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Okay.
imitate pig squealing.
Okay. And yeah. One question: what would be to drop to the ground? Is that a bonus action, a free action, also, or what is that?
No, you can just drop to the ground. But then you also prone then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
know,
on
but
purpose.
if they throw something at me, they have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. I still have 5 feet movement, so I'm just moving diagonally backwards. Bonus action rage. Just. God damn it, Snowblood! Just using that as my rage.
Damn it, Saga!
Yeah, I'm raging with Saga. God damn it! And that's my turn. Let me just end it real quick.
So this guy here, next to the boar, will snarl something in a. None of you speaks Goblin, right?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Will snarl something in a very harsh language that you absolutely do not understand, and then Squeaky Squeak, here, the lower one, will start. Charging is a good description, right?
Yep.
Let me just see. It's like basically breaking everything in its way.
Hello.
Yikes. Oh my god. It's so fast.
Yeah, wait. Actually, I'm gonna move it up until here first. It kind of like slides off to the side, right? And then basically barrels across the trees and gets here. That's all I can do. But the guy who told him to charge will pull out his longbow. He will actually take a look-see. He doesn't quite see anyone but Samira.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the person he's gonna shoot with his longbow.
Oh, yeah, I should have dropped to the ground.
Does the tree grant her half cover?
No, she's on the ground. There's nothing in between. There's like a
Oh.
full
I'm not on the
clean.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's all he does.
Oh, did you miss? Or what happened?
No, it deducted the health directly from you.
Oh,
No, wait.
it didn't.
Yes.
I didn't see that. Okay.
Attack 14,
Huh.
piercing 7. Yes.
Yeah, we didn't see the roll,
Yeah, you didn't see the roll.
Okay.
but we also
So-
didn't
Keep
see
an
the
eye
damage.
on my hit point.
I was just like, yeah. So he shoots
I
the
didn't-
longbow, and
Just to make sure, what was the damage so I can see if it correctly halved?
it was 7 piercing.
Okay, so it correctly halved it. Okay, everything.
Yeah.
Everything's working.
You know what? I'm just gonna do a public roll from here on out. No reason to hide this. You know you're being attacked. So yeah, he fires the longbow, zoop, and hits you like, you know, full on in the torso. These, you know, they look ugly, but they're capable, right? So yeah. Snaga! Why? In the meantime, this squilly piggy will be sent into this direction. Viera, you just hear something really fucking large barreling towards you through the bush.
Oh. I think it's actually my turn before that. I might
Yeah,
have,
first.
yeah.
It is Cassius. It is Cassius's turn.
Oopsie.
I think Cassius ended turn by accident.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might have been me.
Well,
Okay,
then
I'm
let
gonna-
me move it back to where it was. Sort of. There.
Yeah, it was about that.
All right. I'm gonna move to here
Mhm.
and take a shot with my crossbow at the boar.
Which one?
The closest one.
Oh yeah, you see this massive fucking beast frothing in its mouth, barreling towards you guys, you know, through the bushes, breaking everything in its way. It's like, you know, it's basically a siege engine on the four legs.
Oh god. I'm gonna rage as well, yelling Snaga, but
Snaga!
Why?
oh,
You badly miss the kind giant boar.
oh my god. I curse at the crossbow. It says it's the crossbow's fault, not mine. And I'm gonna move back. So I used 15 feet of movement or 16 feet of movement to get here. I'm gonna move back behind the tree.
Awesome.
And
Now I end turn.
that's my turn. Yes.
Now I can move this thing. So 60, boom. Wee, wee, wee. Right, basically on your way, Viera, on its way.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
In the meantime, the light-hearted hobgoblin
He's gonna start singing Christmas carols.
will shout something again in this harsh language you don't understand. And he will duck down behind the bush. Dex. So he's behind the bush. I mean, technically, it's not like a solid thing. You still have to shoot for the bush, but technically, you know, Viera, you can't like really see him. Really? I mean, you gotta roll perception to like really determine where he is, right? Otherwise, you will have disadvantage on the shot.
That's fine.
And he's like trying to pull his body back, like into cover. And that's all he's gonna do. Your turn, Viera.
I'm gonna shout a warning to Snaga, get back to the others now.
He looks very miserable.
And I am going to... take a shot at this one with my longbow.
Nice.
Very nice. Another very nasty pig squeal echoes through the forest. Basically.
And then I'm gonna move... feet
Okay.
out of the charging boar's path. And draw my... Can I draw short swords as well after having done an action, or is that an action to draw?
Well, you would have to drop your longbow, right? And then draw your short sword one at a time, not both at the same time.
Yeah,
you need dual wielder to be able to...
Dual-wielding
Yeah.
fields to do that, don't you?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep hold of my longbow for now.
And your turn.
Yeah, I was just checking. Something.
Okay. So, Steno is going to move around in the canopy just a little bit to try and get a lay of the land where these boars are. So, with that accomplished, she's going to
Roll me an acrobatics check, please, because you... And right now, like, but while you were further closer to the tree stump, okay, fine. But now you're like balancing on a branch while you're trying to shoot a crossbow. Roll me an acrobatics check, please.
All right. Where are you?
Yikes.
What? Oh no!
You fall.
Can I try and catch her?
Yikes.
She's
No.
directly like...
You take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. So now I'm prone.
Yep.
I don't have vantage points.
A tree
Are we
ain't
able to-
exactly a watchtower with an even flat surface.
Yeah, it is difficult, but you know, are we able to see through this bush stuff?
I mean, it's bigger than the bush. You can absolutely see this boar.
Okay. I don't want to get attacked by that, so I'm just going to, oh boy. So I fell out of the tree, big oof. That's half my movement to get back up. Shit. So I'm just gonna take a shot at it, loading my crossbow, and target, and fire.
Oh.
And then the last of my movement is going to be just...
Wait, don't you have any additional things? Like it just said crossbow bolt.
It just says a d20 as well, yeah.
Yeah, I straight up fell out of the tree. And...
No, I mean
No,
You
the attack
rolled-
itself.
you rolled a crossbow bolt, not a crossbow arrow.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think you clicked
What
the
the-
wrong thing.
Oh, I did. Balls. Well, I mean, the
you
D20
clicked the
did
wrong
still
thing.
come up as a
Just
7.
add your normal stuff to the 7.
So that would be
11 with your dex. What's your dex bonus?
would be 10.
Are you proficient?
Yes.
Oh, yes. So sorry, 12. It'd be 12.
It hits.
Does okay. So
D6, I think.
Roll only damage.
okay.
If you click to expand it, there should be a button just for that damage.
Oh yeah, that's right. I believe I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. D8.
Mm.
Hooray!
Plus the 2, right? 3, right? From Dex. Plus
Does that really?
Did you
apply
click a
as part of the
D8 or
crossbow?
did you click the damage on the actual crossbow? Because then it actually does the modifiers and stuff.
I clicked the damage on the crossbow.
Okay.
Oh. Well, okay. So there's 2 buttons for that on the crossbow. I clicked the dice button that has piercing damage.
Yeah, so that's an 11, I think. Okay, plus 3.
Okay.
11.
Right. Now I know for the future. Thank you. And then I'll just slink right there. That's it. Ow! And my turn.
So
Which
the
should be-
pig is squealing. It seems to be mad now. It's really
Got rage.
angry.
And we find out it's a barbarian boar.
Yeah, totally. It's frothing at the mouth.
Barbie barb.
He's also raging at Snaga. Snaga!
Snaga! Snaga will listen to you and head back. But as he runs, he will pull out his hand crossbow and shoot at the giant thing that's coming through the bushes. Because, Snaga is smart occasionally.
He's proved me to be otherwise.
Oh yeah, wait.
I'm a boy,
Gonna
Snaga.
target and come on. God damn it. Okay, there we go.
No.
I mean, he hits him.
So, that's good.
Snaga! Snaga, run! Snaga, listen! Poor guy. To be fair, you just bolted, so
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was trying to grab their attention onto me
you did.
in the hopes that the others would stay quiet, and then I would just keep bolting whilst they chased me.
It's Amira's turn.
Okay, seeing a charging boar run at us, 3, and the recently fallen Steno just behind this tree, and it's gonna reach us. Samira just drops the crossbow on her pack that she already dropped beforehand. She just moves forward a step, just takes a deep breath in and just prepares for the charge of, and she holds her action for when the boar comes running at her to attack.
Isn't the receiving a charge actually part of that's like its own action that you can hold? Receiving
Only
a charge?
if you have a weapon, I think, that is capable of receiving a charge.
Yeah, with like a
Like
pike,
a
you
spear
can
or a
put it in
pike.
the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
so
check.
she's just holding her weapon and just steady feet, just getting ready, and if she can, or if she hits, she's gonna try and through the crusher feed shove it against the tree.
Right,
Kind of
imagining
right?
Samira with the baseball bat ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like standing at the ready.
She's kind of trying to aim for the flank when it comes and just shove it against
But yeah,
the tree,
also
so
you can
lose
prepare an
momentum.
attack action for any weapon. That's like, it's not called receiving a charge
Yeah.
specifically. It's just, you hold an action and you say, I'm waiting for this particular trigger. In this case, if the boar comes close enough to hit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, receiving a charge, that's probably some special thing for, specific weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, you can hold the action.
It's an older edition thing.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, incidentally...
Now it comes, exactly. I knew it was gonna come after me.
Oh yeah, so you get to hit it first, by the way.
Yeah.
Home
Because
run,
it's
home run.
full on charging you.
Yeah. Boom. Oh, that was a bad roll. Damage dice. That was one more double snake eyes. Fucking hell.
Man.
And I just push it 5 feet against it, like a forward switchery. She was trying to aim it like in this way. If
What?
it's
Gonna
one
run
size
head
larger than
first
me,
into
I don't
the
know
tree.
what size it's gonna be. Yeah. Again, if it's one size, it can be one size larger than me, then I can.
It's one size larger, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna shove it as that towards. Boop, tree.
That way. That actually interrupted its charge, by the way.
Oh, nice.
So, like, it
Baller.
skids
Golf
to the...
with the ball.
Yeah, it skids to the side and, like, does the, like wiggly feet thing to get up again. And then rushes into you, but not as impactful as it would have been without your interruption. Because, okay, I don't get to roll the charge.
Come at me.
So it's just gonna do a plain tusk attack.
Whew. Oh, fuck, I'm down.
It's critted.
down. Yeah, it crit. That was so unfortunate. Oh, I'm not down. I forgot. I am a barbarian, so it's hard.
Yeah,
Rage.
you rage.
Oh my god.
So it like it ramps into you with its tusks, and like you can feel like the impact, and you flex your muscles, and it's not that you feel that if, like through your frenzy, that if you wouldn't have been in this state, it probably would have just like stomped over you, right, and turned you into ground
if it
meat.
was a ram, it would have dropped me if it was a ram. Straight
Yeah.
up charge.
So yeah, but that
Like it was, there's like the grooves on the dirt where I was shoved back, and I'm just bleeding.
this guy will back off behind the tree and blow a horn.
Ball.
We're fucked.
Cassius,
Yep. Gotta take care of this boar somehow. Gonna run around the tree. See this
advantage
boar
flanking.
goring Sam and Samira, sorry. And I'm gonna... So if I click my inventory thing, the rapier, does it already do the advantage?
No, it wouldn't, because it wouldn't know it's flanking. You would have to, like, if you click
think
it,
you have to
it
press
asks
Alt.
you. Or alt.
Oh yeah, you can alt click, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Alt click.
Right click.
Thank you,
Alright.
Lena, for reminding us all how it works.
Yes.
Alt advantage, control disadvantage.
And
Ooh.
I will also use my sneak attack. Because I can.
Yeah, because I'm here. You have advantage.
Eh.
Oh.
Oh!
Hey.
Got it!
Once that takes it down.
Got it.
So you see Cassius running around the tree, basically seeing this boar pushing Samira back with his tusks. and then taking out his rapier and jumping on its flank and trying to cut deep.
Yeah, you basically from the back, like you stab into the belly, like and into the rib cage from behind, and it doesn't even get to make like it does like a quick squeak, right, and then collapses to the ground. This like huge mass of giant stinking boar, right, just like thumped to the ground right there.
In front of you now. Like bloody.
It's like your brain will later catch up to you that you actually willingly stepped anywhere close to this thing, Cassius.
Yeah, he's kind of surprised at himself, and then he looks at Samira and just does like a very hesitant, like one-handed finger gun, like, but very shaken.
I will
shaky smile of his.
I will rule that this thing does need wait. Just a second.
It's blind.
It's not blind.
Okay.
She needs to click on things. She's still getting used to the interface, okay? Okay? Leave me alone.
You've added the blinded condition to the bowl.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just thought he'd poked his eyes out running through the shrub.
No, but I'm ruling that it's gonna keep running into the same direction for like another, few feet.
Before it realizes there's nothing there.
Yeah, and then, because this giant mass cannot run.
Boars aren't very good at turning.
No. But basically, it will just get to you.
Mm-hmm.
It will get close enough that you can feel it, like actually, like hear it breathing behind you. But it can't quite, like, it like basically sidesteps you for a moment. There's like giant vroom, right? It's very close. It's closer than you would like it to be.
Presumably, if I move, it gets an attack of opportunity on me.
Yes.
Okay.
You can always disengage.
No, don't need to.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, the guy behind the bushes will pop his head up.
Mm-hmm. Because I didn't see it, which one was it that blew the horn? The one behind the bushes, or the one I can see from where I am?
To the one
to
the south by the tree. Yeah.
Okay.
The one that shot me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Vera didn't see that, but yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
He will pop out. He will look around because he's kind of trying to get a sense of what the fuck is going on. And because the boar is right there, he will shoot at Vieira. Okay. Inventory. He marked that. And longbow.
Oof.
Ouch.
Yeah, we need to go.
So you're running, and that giant, massive hulk of flesh behind you narrowly misses you, only to go like you hear it before you feel it, right? There's like this sudden sharp pain in your side as a longbow arrow is sticking in your body now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your turn, incidentally.
I immediately fire it straight back at him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, twisting into the side that got shot is not the best thing ever.
No.
But imagine how badass that looks.
And then I mutter an incantation and snap my fingers and immediately appear next to the dead boar by Cassius.
Oh.
What the
Ooh.
snap?
Misty Step!
Misty Step. Get out of here now.
We need to run.
And then I start booking another 35 feet south off the map.
Okay.
Fancy.
And your turn?
Yep.
Steno.
I'm going
This
to...
is not your week.
No. Oh boy. I'm gonna load the crossbow and just kneel. Use this boar for cover. Is it possible to use this boar for cover? It's a corpse.
I mean, if you snuggle in between it and the tree, sure. If you lie down on the ground, basically.
Okay. So I'll say, I'll watch the back. Keep going. And I will use a readied action in case something continues to chase after us to attack that. And then, you know, I'll use my other next turn to run. So, yeah. Kind of prone behind this boar. End turn.
So, let's see if Snaga actually sees this.
Well, he was 10 feet away when I said run.
No, not that.
Oh, that's probably it, yeah.
Yes. So, before he runs, as you told him to, because he trusts the elf, right? He will fire.
Bleeding elf.
Yeah, no. But he will run.
We're outnumbered. Or about to be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's Naga boy. Samira.
Yeah, I'll move.
There's another
Over
boar
here.
coming, yeah.
I'll grab my pack from the floor and just use my action to dash 20 more feet now that I'm once more encumbered.
Yeah.
So
So you're right, yeah. You're actually 20 feet
yeah,
ahead
10
of
feet
Naga.
further.
Yeah, 10
20
feet.
feet further, yeah.
Okay.
15 feet.
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Well, end your turn.
Oh, sorry, I was writing down. There you go. Good tracked how far away you are.
So this guy will poke out here again. He will check who he can see. Nope, in this commotion, the trees and stuff, he will just duck back the behind the tree and shout something in that harsh same language, and he gets the response from the other guy behind the bush, who just like, you can't see. I mean, if you're paying attention, he's nodding, right? But yeah.
All right. I'm gonna move back here to grab my backpack, and then use my action to dash 20 feet. So yeah, off the map.
Yeah, move right next to me.
Yeah, basically. Well, move right next here. But yeah. But I'm in the same basically 10.
Yeah,
well,
I myself am on the left to Snaga since I was up here anyways, but no place.
yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, so 5 feet off the map, I guess. And yeah, that's my turn. I'm basically looking back at Stana while I run. And saying, go, 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 go.
Okay. Giant piggy!
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna barrel after the first thing that it wanted.
Yeah, I'm 20 feet off the map.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, no.
It was told to charge at you, it's charging at you, right?
Yeah.
And it gets a bolt in the back end. Thunk.
But Steno, did you have the arrow? Sorry, did you have the attack ready?
Yep,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
Yeah.
So I'll wait till it gets a good distance and then loose a bolt. So
Don't get downed again.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Maybe I
Oh,
should
you
just run
did
around
that
in circles.
You know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna do a thing where I'm gonna put this at the top of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Keep running.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So we can.
okay.
Okay, so I'm...
Yeah, put the boar at where the map
Like-
lining would be, and we can adjust according to that.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah, there's the boar. I would be like over here. Like wait, there's 10, 15. Just
Snaga is like just still on the map, right?
Yeah, so behind the tree.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would be here.
Basically here.
Yeah. So the people in the bottom half are still up there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm about to come running past them for a second time.
Yeah. Ooh, deja vu.
It's like with Mario Kart when you're like in the first place and you're catching up with the AI that's in last and you're like passing them again. Later, suckers.
Okay, this guy will still try to shoot Steno because he saw her shooting.
So was it half or 3/4 that I have against this guy?
But he's shooting with disadvantage because you're prone to begin with, right?
Okay.
What's disadvantage
Just
again?
checking.
Control or Alt?
Control, I think, yeah. Alt is advantage. Yeah.
Alt
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
Alt and advantage have A as the first letter, so that's the easy way to remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he doesn't hit you at all.
Oh,
It like the arrow gets stuck above your head in the tree.
whew, okay.
And he ducks down again. Vieira.
Do I have a gauge for how quickly this boar is running after me? Is it gaining or is it losing?
It has a 30-foot movement speed, so it's losing.
It's losing.
It also doesn't look too well, by the way.
Yeah, neither do I.
Same.
Samira and I are both basically bleeding out at the moment.
Mhm.
So I can see that Samira and Cassius are running in the same direction, and they're behind the tree.
Yeah. Snaga is just off the corner, right?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna.
Go off the other edge of the map.
Yeah, make this 4-dimensional.
Note to self: in the future, make combat maps
Make
that are
bigger
100 by 100. Sure.
Yeah, make them
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
And drop us in the middle, not in the edges.
So if I want to draw both short swords, that's my action.
Yes.
I am gonna move to there, tell Samira we're taking it down, and then drop my bow and draw both short swords and just ready an attack, except I can't. So I will draw one short sword. But then that's kind of a waste of time too. Fuck it, I'll turn around and shoot it with my bow.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Might as well. Either way, it gets to hit me next. So.
Did I hear her curse in Elven?
Those arrows.
Well, and your turn. Steno.
Alright, so because these guys are still shooting arrows at us, I'm going to here, move so that I have total cover from them behind the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Load and then just shoot at the boar because I can't run that direction if it's there. So I will target that.
Yeah.
There we go, and roll for crossbow.
These critical hits. What the fuck?
It's his third now. God damn it.
Oh, and it's still not dead.
It's on one
No.
hit point. But guess whose
It's a
elf is
replay.
there when you end your turn?
That's Naga.
Oh
Yes.
no. 30
Time for
kills
redemption, Snaga boy.
End your turn.
Oh, yes, in turn.
Let me put him up there. Okay. Okay. He will move closer to the tree. And then fire his hand crossbow at this giant freaking boar. And kill it!
Yes!
Because it was also in the middle of the charge, it was like skid to a halt, like against the tree, basically.
It's beautiful.
And then he will like step a bit forward and look towards Viera. As in like, waiting for the next command!
Damn it!
Samira.
Yeah, I'm just gonna exclaim like, "They're done! Good job, Snaga!" And just continue running. Like movement, then dash. Oh, here we go. That's my turn.
That's my turn.
That's my turn.
Let's see.
And I've dropped out of rage by now.
Yeah. So it's this guy down here. He
oh, no,
will.
longbows. Shit.
Well, he can't see you. So what he will do is stealth.
Damn it.
That's not good.
And totally fail at it. But he doesn't know.
Everybody can see him.
He doesn't
Even
know
me.
that.
Does he try and hide whilst he's still blowing the horn, forgetting that?
You know, he's just like, he's doing this thing where he like, you know how people move when they sneak? You know, like
Oh.
ducked
On the
down.
tiptoes?
Yeah,
on
with the
tippy-toe,
hands
yeah,
out.
Yeah, with the hands out, yeah. And he thinks he's super stealthy, right?
Yeah. And you can see the back of his head and his entire back sticking out from the bushes as he sneaks
Yeah.
past.
Cassius.
Gonna run after Samira. And can I use my bonus action to give her my health potion? Or is that an action?
That's
I
an
mean, I would
action.
have to drink. I have
Yeah.
one anyway, so.
Yeah. You just
But it would be an...
use an item,
Yeah, okay.
use object is actually an action usually, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's an action. Usually there's a.
It's critical roll that
additional
makes
rule.
it a bonus
Yeah.
action.
No, that's fine.
There's an additional rule.
Smash it over the back of your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
I
Baldur's
just-
Gate 3 roll.
Plus, plus I was told to use it in extreme emergencies, and since we're fleeing now, it's not an emergency anymore.
True.
Yeah.
And this is all you're talking
seem-
about while you're running actively.
Not
an emergency, Cass.
by sign, so I'm just. It's not necessary. We're running.
It's trying to hand it as like one of
Take
these,
it! Take it! No!
Yeah.
Leave me alone!
We're running. It's on.
Yep, that's my turn.
Dead.
More harsh shouting. As he's presumably shouting at the other guy that he's actually not stealthy.
What are you doing?
Embarrassment.
Or is he shouting tips?
Ooh.
Yep,
Keep your
seems
head
like
down. Keep your ass in the air.
And then he vanishes.
Yeah. Vieira.
Mm-hmm.
That's a chunky meal you're leaving behind her.
it.
It's good for nature's animals too. I am going to, while I'm running, snap the arrow off.
Do me a medicine check?
Mm,
Oh no.
maybe not.
Oh.
Oh shit.
That's gonna require some extra tending to afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine.
You jammed it actually, like you snapped it off, but you also pushed it deeper. Yeah.
From where I am, can I still see the unsneaky hobgoblin?
There's a giant ass tree in the way.
Is there?
Yeah, you see the branches of it on the bottom of the picture. The giant crown, right?
Can I move in a way that it's not in the way?
Yeah.
It's like
shot at the unsneaky hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
He was like, I'm sneaky. I'm sneaky. Rah, 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 rah. You're not sneaky.
Basically, when his ass
was
is
like-
sticking out,
he was
gets
like-
an arrow in the
Yeah,
ass.
he was just about to go like, oh shit, no. Yes.
And then I'm gonna move up to this tree and kind of put the tree between me and the other hobgoblin's last known position before it disappeared.
Okay. But at this point,
Oh boy.
I will
Stenos' throat gets slit as he sneaks up behind me.
end combat.
Hey. Oh damn.
I didn't want to leave Snaga too far behind. That was my main concern at
Oh
the end.
damn. Well over 300.
Yeah, you need 4 days to level, by the way.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, we need to go back
And-
to Sunset Hill.
We
Rest,
can try again in a
because
month.
None of us are in a good shape anymore except Gavin's.
Yeah. You also need to retrack your steps to find the right direction again. Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're going back to the bowl, basically.
We're going back to where we camped at the bowl.
Yeah.
Good
And
plan,
I'm gonna
good
do
plan.
active herb gathering on the way there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Roll
Samuel
me,
just starts to
please.
slow
Survival
down
check.
Since the general is starting to fade and she is a gouging wound at her hip from a tusk. She's just slowing down.
Here, Cassius, help me with this. And so I'll like put her arm around my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guess this will help carry Samira.
Thank you. It
Sorry, was
sucks.
it a survival check you wanted?
Yeah, survival check.
Are you sure about this health potion?
Uh,
You can take it.
if we're at the camp and I just want to rest. If I need to tomorrow, then I need to tomorrow. But now,
Yeah, okay.
We can't waste it.
Roll me 2d6.
if we encounter them again when we need someone dying, then can't waste it.
What?
I was just talking to the others.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Did you roll
I'll
a
do what I can to
2d6?
patch you up.
Thank you.
I did 10.
Okay.
Nice.
Also, shout out to our rogue who has gone unscathed entirely.
Yeah. So far, like,
Shout out.
He's got the
Slippery.
right idea.
Slippery bastard.
let me just check your herbalism
To
stuff
be fair,
first.
you've always just made sure that at least one person is between you and the enemy. That way, if they take a longbow shot at someone, it's not you.
Don't give away my tactics.
Oh, boy.
Okay, what you find is ironwood heart. 4 of them, 4 bushels. It's a
What's
white.
that good for again?
It's gnarled white seed. Is commonly found in the nooks of ironwood trees. And they kind of pulse with a slow, repetitive beat when gripped tightly. And they're often referred to as nature's heartbeat. And it's said that when it's cooked or properly prepared by a herbalist, these seeds can increase your size.
They double the potent. Double your size. What they by what?
Growth
One
potion.
category?
Yeah. If you were an alchemist, you could make turn this, like, you can sell them. They're like, or you can keep them
Ironwood
because
heart.
they're seeds, right? They're not gonna spoil. But you can make, you know that you can make growth potions out of these. Potion of growth.
And
But
do
you
I
can
find
find
1d4 or do I find 2d4?
four. You find 8 bushels. Sorry, because you get double.
Okay.
8 bushels, like 8 seeds, basically.
Mhm.
Not bushels because they're seeds. You find 8 seeds.
Yep.
Your feet is disgusting, by the way.
Well, that's only enough to make 1 potion. Keep in mind, because it's 5 bushels a potion.
But these are more expensive. I have to like look at how much it would
So
cost
that's
and how
probably
many.
enough for a potion.
But you have 8. You have 8 seeds. Note it down, and after the session, I will look into specifically how many growth potions you could maybe make with these, if you would know how, because you know fuck all about making growth potions.
Well, you did say when prepared by a herbalist.
Yes, but it's a magic potion. You're not an alchemist, right?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
It is a magic potion, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna make camp next to the giant trapdoor spider,
Yeah, totally.
because why not?
Yep. Just the luxurious and delicious scent of blood just wafting over.
On the bright side, if those
That's the
things
bowl,
come
by
through
the
here
way.
again, then
Pretty.
oh, cool.
Hmm.
If those things come through here, then they'll have to deal with the spider.
If you are actually making camp, at some point it will peek out.
No, it's pretty.
Mm.
It's like a night sky. Aww.
But it will just stare. It doesn't come out.
That's
Just wave at it.
absolutely
I
disgusting.
I can push any coming attackers into its mouth, so that's good.
It just comes out like, hello,
Nice
I'm the trapdoor spider. Hello.
Does it wave
Thank you.
a leg?
Can I tell if it's curious or
It is curious.
recognizes us?
I mean, it like spiders don't have a scent tracking thing like dogs have, right?
Yeah, they can't tell I'm the same person.
It's just like after a while you moving there, you figure there's like probably some of the strands of the spider web are like reaching far enough, so it knows you're there. So it like just peeks out to see what's going on and why the heck you guys are not moving away, right? But
Yeah.
you know, in the moment anything will move closer to it, it will just plop back down and it's gone.
Yeah. Well, we're not that close to it,
Yeah.
so we're not making camp on its doorstep.
Toss a rock at it. And
But
run.
like if the lid is closed, it's basically it's really good at the camouflage thing, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so who needs bandaging up beside me?
Snaga sits there and goes,
What, on the rock?
Yes.
On top of the trapdoor spider?
Yeah, totally. No, it sits next to you guys and it just goes like, it's not the sunbathing sound, it's the I'm dying.
Yeah.
Alright, so Seno will look first to the bloody wound that Viera made on herself as she forged with an arrow in her side. And be like, you first.
Sure.
Do I need to stitch you closed again?
I think Stano
Yes.
can handle it this time.
This might become a
Yes.
reoccurring theme, I'm afraid.
Oh boy.
And
At least watch.
like yeah, I mean
That's the worst part.
Steno, you would know that like yeah, it did the trick last night, but not like you would do. Right? Again,
Yeah.
she's not trained in the medical profession. She's trained in stitching. The stitches are great. Not necessarily medical
Wonderful.
stitches, right?
Yeah. All right. So obviously, check the wound first.
Just
I do
suture.
before I even get into like pulling the arrow out or anything. I'll like check around the wound, see where it is, and it's like, okay, well, it'll do less damage if it's this far in. We're gonna have to push it out, and it'll do less damage because if there are barbs in this arrow, they'll hook on your guts. So we'll get a bit, and then I need water, towels. Cassius,
You don't have
fetch me these
towels
things.
in nature.
The bandages, right?
Clean.
I mean, the gauze, yeah.
Fetch me something clean, a cloth of some sort.
Hold up, I get a... Let the lizard do it, and I'm tending to Samira.
Yeah, I'm just slumped
Okay.
next to
I'm already kind of trying to
Suddenly,
to
this game
clean
turns
her
into the
wound.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and everyone is going around with towels.
Hey man, it's a great weapon. But yeah, so just proceed with a check here. After making sure people are as comfortable as possible. So just out of character, would this count first as a short rest or as the beginning of a long
Short rest. Short rest.
Okay.
At this point.
Okay.
It's still in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Right. So I have 4 uses of the healer's kit that I have left. So I will go ahead and use 3 of those. Oops. To go first to Vera, then Snaga, and then to Samira, who... You have a bolt in your chest? Or
Bolt
an arrow?
and a tusk wound at my roughly hip.
Oh, ouch.
So I'm roughed up.
If I see you
No.
going to... If Cassius sees you going to Snaga first, he's like grimacing and pointing towards Samira. She seems more bloody. Snaga's fine.
Snaggle will wave you off as well.
Okay. With that being the case, once I've dealt with Vera's wound and have managed to stitch that close to the best of my ability, do I need to make a check, or is this just going to be part of the feature?
No, it's just a feature.
Okay. So I immediately go to Samira and... Oh, how bad is the tusk wound? Because that's a gore. That's much different than like
It was a
pulling arrows out of
critical.
people.
It was a critical.
Oh my god! Yeah. Okay. All right. So basically, say
It's gonna be a lot of
you're gonna have a
stitching.
wicked
Yeah,
start.
I'm only standing with a rage. Yeah.
You need lots of water, and I'll immediately start to like stitch that closed. Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, no, because first, what I'd have to do is check inside the wound. Like if it's a massive gore, like a hole in your leg, I have to make sure that there's no arteries that are clipped or anything. So
I mean, if there were arteries that are clipped, she wouldn't have made it this far. She would have collapsed on the way.
Yeah. And they usually like towards the inner thigh, so
Yeah.
the big one, so it shouldn't be something to worry about.
Yeah.
Not the outer hip.
But what could be in the wound is bits of tusk. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and dirt.
So
Dirt.
you always have to.
tusks.
Yeah, you always have to check inside the wound, regardless of. And this is a big wound, so I'll do that first, and then stitch closed.
Yeah, and Samira's just swearing me meanwhile.
And here, have some wine.
Fuck! I'll have to stitch my clothes back together. Like just really scrunched up face, just trying to focus on something else.
Yeah.
Also, ladies and gentlemen who are OC here, don't give people who are bleeding alcohol to drink. They're gonna bleed out faster.
Yeah.
Steno would not know that because medicine is not that far advanced at that point. But in real life, please don't give bleeding people alcohol. It's a really bad idea.
It's bad. It thins the blood, essentially.
Yeah.
It opens up the
It's-
capillaries and makes you bleed even more.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like aspirin. Don't do it when you're bleeding.
No bueno. No bueno.
At this
Yeah.
timeline of like medieval fantasy stage of medicine, you would not know that, right?
Mhm.
But it's like, oh, every time this is like one of the things, like, you know, when you play medieval games, like, you know, every time somebody does something, you know, like that, like I'm inwardly cringing. It's like, oh, must not correct them.
I just spent the last 3 minutes googling boar hip gore wounds.
No bueno.
Oh,
I don't
ouch.
recommend it.
Yeah, no.
Because I
Jesus
I don't want that on
Christ.
my.
I mean, this would also like, you know,
I'm surprised you can still walk, Samira.
yeah.
Yeah, that was mostly adrenaline that kept me running.
but that's OC, me telling you, like, you're sitting there watching this wound from this boar reminds you one more time while this giant spider is like peeking out from its little hole and staring at you that the Hulak forest is a really fucking dangerous place.
Yep.
Yeah. Like out of character, my adrenaline was going, and I was like, "Shit! I get hit once. Anybody gets hit once, they're down. Like, oh my god."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Stress.
But Viera, you know the entire journey,
Mhm.
and you know the thing that Snaga told you for the end of it, that the moonlight is not necessary to enter the tower. It's only reveals it visibly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could enter it in the midst of the day.
In the midst of the day, I know. Well, we've made a retreat, so to speak, back to this camp spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see where we go from there.
Mhm.
So is everybody bandaging up?
Yeah.
It's okay, Snaga. You did good.
Snaga did very well.
The sun
Apart
is
from
starting to
following me.
set.
Don't run out like that again, okay? Kind of fucked us over, but thank you for taking down that ball.
It was a good plan, Fiera. It was, yeah.
It was a good plan.
No, I just didn't want to see you get shot, which inevitably happened anyway.
I think most of us got shot.
Mm-hmm.
Guess this guy looks at himself like,
Yeah, you did lucky one out.
Most of us.
Keep up that streak and you're gonna be fine. You'll be just fine.
I know.
At this point, I'm seriously considering returning back to Sunset Hill. It may sound counterproductive, but there is no rush.
I thought we were rushing against the moon.
We don't need the moonlight.
Wasn't there another group?
What?
Wait,
There might be, but if they keep pushing like we are doing, they're going to end up dead long before they get to the tower. We need to prepare a little bit better. We need at least a healing potion each, and some of us a good couple of days rest.
Oh yeah.
That leg injury of yours isn't going to do you much good.
Question is how I'm gonna get that walk back. Tomorrow's gonna be hard for me.
Well, I can brew one more healing potion tonight. You could drink that tomorrow.
Okay,
Or
let's see
tonight.
how. We're gonna have to go slow, but
But
we should.
we've just about burnt through all
All
of
of our supplies.
yeah, we've just about burned through all of a healer's pack. As much as I don't like the idea of turning around.
Father Wilmer has healers
Does
supplies.
he?
Father Wilmer is a very good healer.
We got some coin from the first bandits. Maybe we can use it to get some more of the healing supplies.
Also, Snaga needs to get the sheep. Snaga forgot.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a better idea if we get a living thing in the forest. We're
Yeah.
not gonna take a sheep all the way.
Especially if it's baying as we go past that
Yeah,
trapdoor spider.
that's a shit idea.
Yeah. Unless you can cut its vocal cord.
Well, he kind of like tilts his head. Well, there is someone, a few on the other side of the hill. Not quite. About 2 hours away. 1 hour away. Snaga doesn't go there very often. But they have a mule.
A mule? Is it trained?
Yes. Trained mule. Pack mule.
This might be ideal then. It would free us
So we
up
could go
and
faster for at least part of the travel.
and we can release
Oatmeal.
it when necessary.
It doesn't. They don't use it anymore. It just eats grass all day.
Mm.
But it will do.
Sounds better than a sheep.
Much better.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we come across some hobgoblins again on the way there.
Then we leave it back, and it can be bait.
Yep. Yeah.
They were using a horn, so they were calling in reinforcements.
Yes, they were, which is why we needed to run. We
So
probably
they have a
had.
camp nearby.
Keep in mind a horn in a
Definitely.
forest. You're not going to hear it for more than a couple of 100 yards at most. So they were close.
But from what you also know, Vieira, they were heading sort of into the same direction you were heading originally.
Mm-hmm.
You're heading away from them now. And they're walking into the opposite direction, right?
Yeah, but we're also all half dead.
Yeah.
Even though all of them are also all half dead. How long was it from the camp that we had at the trapdoor spider to the hobgoblins? It was about 4 hours.
It's about 4 hours. You were just about to like make a camp again for a short rest. Not camp, just short rest basically.
Just short rest. Yeah.
It was getting about the time.
Speaking of short rest, do we get that medic a hit point roll now, or is short rest not over yet?
No, you can get it. You can roll it during the short
Yeah.
rest. Don't have to wait for me to tell you.
Okay, that's good. Boop. Boop. Did it roll? Oh.
Nope.
I did not see a...
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
Yep.
Ah, there it is. Oh.
Aww.
How these dang low rolls.
Damn. Well,
But yeah,
we're gonna have the night roll it. Maybe. Anyways.
Stano would definitely agree with the plan to head back to a civilized area to prepare as well.
So.
Right. Seems like the wisest choice.
We just need more supplies.
And something
Yes.
to carry those with.
The terrain is actually not difficult. Like you can easily lead a mule through this forest, right?
Stano, how's your healer's kit looking? How's it looking?
It is almost empty.
Here, take mine, and I'll give you your healer's kit with 10 packs.
Are you sure?
You're the one who knows what she's doing, and If you can carry it, then take it.
All right. Thank you. So yeah, I'll take that. And
So you can actually heal us for the night.
yeah.
Yay, Vieira is no longer bloodied.
Hey.
Yay!
Still not
I'm
doing
still-
great either.
Yeah,
Yeah. Big ouchies.
better than me.
One of the things you can do, and I'm about to start wrapping up here because we're getting there, right? Is one of the things you can do is during the 4 days is you can gather herbs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to mend my clothes in the 4 days.
Yeah.
I will just before we go use one more healer's kit on myself just to round that out, so I don't have to mess around with inventory for the short rest. So
Oh,
I'll do that as well.
so we get. So do we get for the night the healer's kit dependency thing?
Yeah,
Only if you use it all, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
asking because of that.
Mind you, you just use your hit dice on your short rest, so you have to like wait. Well, yeah, you recover it
Yeah.
during the night, and in the morning you have one more back, right? Yes,
Yeah,
yes, you can do it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the morning thing isn't happening.
All right.
So
So
Yeah, and while if we're going to bed, then just in a bedroll, she's gonna just rinse while she just touches her hip wound and gives herself 1 healing hand points.
Sneaky
Yeah.
healing on the side.
Yeah, now I'm no longer bloodied.
At least someone is sneaky with their special powers.
So all of you make a note, like deduct the healer's kit uses if you want to use it, by the way. But we're gonna do the hit dice roll in the morning, right after long rest.
Okay.
I will in the meantime look into modules for like the whole slow healing thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually click on long rest and have the count.
Reduce the one by me for the night. Just so you know. Oh.
We're deducting one for Vieira as well, or are you fine, Chris?
Depends on what we're gonna do. If we're heading back to Sunset Hill for more supplies, then no, don't bother.
And you patched up Snaga as well, Arrow.
Correct.
He's
Back.
he's back. Okay, he's back.
Yeah, just had to deal with the dog. Yeah. So if we're doing the long rest thing, that's another 5 uses out of the pack you just gave me.
I think it's just me that's doing the long rest thing. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Seems like
okay. Yeah. So I'll be at 9.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then from here we're heading back to Sunset Hill.
Yeah, Snaga is fine with the short rest application.
Okay. Don't worry, Snaga. Chicks dig scars. So I hear. I'm not really sure what that means, though.
Chicken?
Never seen chicken.
Dig into your scars?
no, it means they like the rugged looks. They think they
Chickens
have life
like rugged
experience.
looks?
Mm-hmm. Some of them.
Chickens.
No,
Why would Snaga want chickens to like Snaga's
women?
rugged?
Women's Naga.
It's a shorthand for women. Yes.
Snaga doesn't like metaphors.
But we got to step 3 and almost to step 4.
Sure.
We just need to be a little bit more prepared.
You were not prepared!
Really?
Shinny likes
if we don't
Illidan
need the
Senpai.
moonlight, then it's good. And we don't have to rush. Thankfully.
No. Moonlight helps, but it's not necessary.
Good to know.
I'd
Good
rather we
question,
get there rather than not get there.
Snaga is
Just want,
snoring quietly next to the fire.
just wanted to question if we had Viera provide for food today, or if we had to reduce the ration.
No, Viera provided you with food.
Good to know.
Oh, okay.
Because I assume...
Because we camped at midday, I would have taken a couple of hours just to rest, given the grievous injuries I took place, and then I would have headed off and just foraged, not hunted.
We also
so
have rations, like
Mhm,
some
that was
fish
our-
and cheese and
we
things.
do,
Just,
but it would have been like wild onions and stuff like that put into a
Okay.
stew.
Okay.
Speaking of which, with cook's utensils, I just read this. 1 hit point is gained at the end of a rest in which food was made with cook's utensils.
If you can link me that.
Sure. Oh, it's just on my sheet. I
short,
mean,
long rest.
say, as part of a short rest, you can prepare a tasty meal that helps.
Click the
Click the
picture and it pops in the
yeah.
chat.
Oh, okay,
You
gotcha.
can just
Yeah.
click it, yeah.
Oh,
Not the name, and then
Shoot.
it opens up. Click the picture, and then it goes to the chat.
Yeah.
There you go.
1 extra hit point per hit die spent during a short rest.
Yeah,
So-
I spent a hit die.
So you
So
can
did
spend
I.
one more.
No,
Hey.
you get 1 extra hit point.
Yep.
Not
But
extra hit
only
die,
if
just
it's
1
been
hit die.
cooked during the short rest, which it hasn't, so...
Ah,
Okay.
dang, yeah. That's right.
Oopsie.
Okay, because I was busy doing other things. Sorry.
Yeah.
You were busy
Okay.
bandaging, so you
Damn,
can't
I
do both.
was sorry for spamming chat for a second.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right.
So is the general plan to head back to Sunset Hill, get some more supplies, then attempt number 2?
Yeah, I think so. So, Viera,
Mm-hmm.
now that you said that it doesn't require moonlight, did Lizard Boy tell you everything you needed that we would need?
Enough for me to know where the danger parts are.
Not everything. Not the
And-
entire route.
Don't need to know everything though.
And how's it looking? Manageable?
We need to be more prepared. I need to spend maybe a day or 2 on the edge of the forest collecting as many healing herbs as I can get. And if we can all enter with a healer's kit each and a healing potion each, then yeah, I think it's doable. But we're vastly underprepared right now. And we're barely scratching the edge of the forest. These are hobgoblins on the edge. Relafan help us had that or had anything answered that horn's call in time, we'd all be dead.
Yes.
And I'm gonna call it there, cause it's time.
Hey!
Head over to the office for like 5 minutes. Let me just wrap up.
Alright.
Okay.
I'll be right there.
Okay,
See
see
you
you
there.
there.
Hello, chat. Thank you for watching. Please stick around at the end. I will be raiding somebody as usual. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you had fun. More on Wednesday from me. Usual time. I will put the schedule as always in Discord. If you haven't joined it, do please join the Discord. All the maps that you have seen today, you can get them this month for free in the standard version on my Patreon. I will be uploading them tomorrow because I need to sleep at some point as well. But either way, we'll be raiding Chaotic Stupid Media, which is actually my co-workers. They're playing D&D. But thank you for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoy. See you next time. And bye!